All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to draw number 5 of the 2023 Glitter Bomb Spiel at the Potomac Curling Club, hosted at the National Capital Curling Center. I am your stream operator for this draw. My name is Dylan. I'll have a couple of guest commentators on shortly, but as the games are getting ready to start here in just a few minutes, I'll introduce all the teams. On our feature sheet, you can see that we have team These Gays versus We Swept With Your Boyfriend. On our alternate feature, sheet C, we have Alley Cats versus Chesapeake Rocks. And on our other two sheets, we have We Are Knuff versus Their Marigolds on sheet A, and Dairy Queens versus Be Nice to Our Skip on sheet D. These are both A and B event games. And they are playing their second games for the day. These teams played earlier, and they will have to play probably at least 1 or 2 games tomorrow, depending on their results throughout the rest of the Bonspiel. So we'll go ahead and switch our view so we can see as things are getting ready to start out in the ice shed. And sheet C has started things off. Sheet C unfortunately had a hog rock for their first one of the game. All right, things getting started here on our feature sheet. First rock is on its way. And unfortunately, that one is going to hog as well. And here we go, setting up a nice guard, their second rock at the end. Eric's calling a draw here for this next shot. Trying to get in behind the guards that have been set up. Start putting some rocks in the house to count. That one is gonna end up out in the guard zone as well. Ice is a little slow at the moment. Still early in the end. They did re-pebble and everything between ends. So if you were watching our previous draw, the ice has been redone since that one ended, even though that was only about 20 minutes ago or so. This is going to cause, well, no violation of the free guard zone rule. Touched it, but didn't remove it. Eric opting to go from the opposite side this time. See if he can get a little better draw, seeing as how there's more rocks on our viewers left than there were last time. This one is going to sneak past, but the question is, where's it going to stop? It's going to be right in front of the tee line. Be the first one into the house. All right, so we've got our first guest commentator on. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh, sorry, try that again.
Hey, this is Stacy Foy from Kansas City.
All right. So we've got team We Swept With Your Boyfriend versus These Gays here on our feature sheet.
It's been slow the first couple ends, so a lot of guards in play right now.
Yep.
And I did not know they have a pride version of the Sealand flag hanging out. That's different. Haven't seen that yet. Make something out of this, maybe. If it can hold on. Oh.
That one unfortunately spilled all the way out.
Yeah. It may have been a little narrow out of hand. It's hard to get that far out. Probably guarding or sinking another one back there, I would think.
Yeah, he's gotten 2 in the house from out that far the last couple shots, so looking to replicate again. So this one looks like it's carrying a good bit of weight.
Yeah. Oh.
So it is going to...
Oh. You know,
Yeah.
it's not the worst thing. I don't hate it.
Classic skip
That's
response.
right.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. Suboptimal, but I don't hate it.
My skip never says that to me. But usually that's because I'm playing lead, and if I either miss or make it, there is no...
No in between.
Yeah.
My skip says I don't hate it a lot.
So if you guys came all the way up from Kansas City, what? How did you guys even hear about our Bonspiel?
Actually, the skip on the team These Gays is one of my husband's besties.
Ah, okay.
So he was out here last year.
Okay.
And we just knew we had to come this year, be a part of it, be a part of the fun.
Yep.
So far, it's been a great time. Dinner tonight was great. The prime rib, cool.
Oh, sounds amazing.
Treating us nice.
Well, there is a team. Actually, it's your team name.
We came for the meat.
Yep.
Yep. Kansas City, we have our barbecue bonspiel next week, so it's fitting. We came for the meat.
Oh, man. All right, we're down to Skips Rocks here on Sheet B. This will be the first of Skips Rocks. Keep an eye on all of our other sheets. They're curling. Well, actually, we're about to have hammer on Sheet C. So you'll be able to see that on the right side of the screen.
I think red is still sitting one here, so let's see.
Now, you should be able to see it on the monitor up above.
Yeah. Discard that.
Yep.
That's good.
Well out in the guard zone.
Yep, does the trick.
All right, well, the hammer's coming in on C. But that is not going to be a good result there, because that is yellow taking 4 over on Sheet C.
Been there.
It's a big start for Chesapeake Rocks.
Some peel, perhaps, here on the feature sheet.
Actually, do I have those two teams backwards, actually? I think I might on Sheet C.
These gays are yellow.
No, on Sheet C, I think.
Oh.
I think I might have those backwards. I think that might have been Alley Cats that scored. I believe it is. Yes, it is, actually. I will get that fixed. It is Alley Cats that scored 4 and has yellow rocks, not Chesapeake Rocks. I apologize for that confusion. And let's get back to our feature sheet. So we swept with your boyfriend still sitting 1.
Yeah. Didn't look like that rock did much of anything that Claussen just threw for these gays.
So Eric is just looking here to probably protect his steal that he's got set up so far.
Yep, I mean, they're sitting pretty well. That's their first, third, and fourth shots.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Coming pretty wide here with just another guard.
Yeah, I think that's what it looked like they were calling for.
Yeah.
It's got to curl a little bit, but it's also got to, well, actually.
Yep, it's a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Right next to the other one.
Yep, makes it really hard to get around that with
Yeah.
the one that
I mean, really, the run back there, it's pretty high guard to run back into the house.
Yep, so this is the hammer coming in on D over on the very right-hand side of the screen for Dairy Queens. They're looking, ooh, not quite. So there's going to be a 1-point steal for Be Nice to Our Skip over on D. We're about to have hammer on both our feature sheet and on sheet A. Actually, that is the hammer coming in on sheet A right now for a draw for 3 for their marigolds.
All right.
All right, and this is the hammer
Yeah.
on sheet B.
Oh, it just crashed.
So
Just a steal of 1, though. It could have been worse.
Yep. But Eric managed to sneak away with the one that he had set up. And we're back to it, start the second end. Over on sheet C, this is the 5th rock being delivered. Yep. All right, and we've got our second guest commentator here now. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
This is Brian. I'm with Kansas City Curling Club. Sitting next to Stacy, my lovely wife. I don't know what's going on, but here we are.
I just stole 1 red on our feature sheet, and so here we go.
Okay.
Second end's been roughly when it's been speeding up, so they shouldn't have as many guards as they had last time, hopefully gumming it all up. Sweepers don't seem to like it.
They are not touching it. They're I mean, they're going to take shot rock with that, but there's nothing that's really doing for them.
It's hard to be mad about someone getting to the forefoot, though.
It is. The ice is playing really nice. We were just on this sheet. It plays really nice. Got a lot of nice curl on it. Looks like he's just calling a straight hit here.
It looked like going for the straight hit. Just
Yeah.
nose really is fine for them.
Nose is fine. You'd like a little roll one way or the other, but
There you go.
yeah, that's
That
a great
does
hit.
it.
That's a
Yep.
great hit.
Down 2. Yep. That was the sit on the face call.
Getting schooled by the hometown AV club here on which TV to be looking at. Got Jonathan on this one pretty quick here. Now they're
This
both
needs
going.
to curl a
Needs
mile.
to push it over.
Not for lack of trying from those sweepers.
Yeah, it's a good sweep. So Red's in an interesting position. Looks like they're calling a guard here.
Guard. I don't hate that.
I don't hate it. I don't know what else I would do. It needs to curl a little bit. If they, there it goes. There it goes. It breaks late, it seems here.
It might still rub that guard.
Little rub over his
Oh,
face.
nope.
Oh, it's going to get right by everything. Well, that's a fantastic shot. That may not be what they were calling, but
Sometimes
back
plan B
there,
is pretty good.
Yeah, it might set up the double here for yellow.
Slash. Nose,
Yeah, he's
really,
calling
of...
He's calling the normal hit here. He's really giving him a lot of line for that, though.
We'll see. Got to get at least one.
Yeah, you got to hit one here. They're not on it. We'll see if he can get a piece of the one on top.
Come on.
He's got one.
Got one.
See how it hits? Okay.
Crash.
He's got
but
some
that's fair.
jammies there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's better.
It's better. Red's still sitting 2. They're going to put up a guard here.
Looks a little hot to me.
It's a little deep here, I think. It might be on the yellow. Might spill
Yeah,
out.
I think it's going to rub.
It's not bad for Red. It's a pro
No.
miss there.
Yeah,
They're
that roll
sitting 3
behind that
now.
guard is pretty nice.
Let's see what the call is here for Claussen. Calling the control, hit and roll, flop under.
About the same. Okay, you give him a little less. Okay.
Yeah, a little less ice, I think. A little bit of wobble out of the hack. It's not too bad. Line looks okay. They're on it. It's a good scrub by the sweepers. They're
Oh,
gonna
no.
get up.
Oh,
Oh.
no. I hate when that happens. Right through the 2 of them. Heartbreaking.
It's a bad miss by yellow there. That miss brought to you by the Big Biscuit. dinner tonight was fantastic.
I've already talked about it.
Well, she didn't have the greens. The greens
didn't have
were
the greens.
fantastic. Apparently, Stacy doesn't like greens. They were wonderful. Not quite as good as the greens at Captain Jack's in Kansas City, but they were fine.
This looks heavy too.
Looks a little heavy, but it's gonna play like they want, I think. I don't think it's through, but it's gonna sit in there.
Back 8.
They might still have a double here. You might try the draw, but I think you try maybe the double. Depends on how much confidence you have in your vice at this point. If I were Claussen's vice right now, he would have 0 confidence in me because that's how it goes. So he's going to try to set up the best shot for himself.
Every skip does that though.
Yeah, he's
Gotta be
called a
thinking about that.
backline weight here. A lot of line. Maybe just a simple hit and roll here.
Yeah, so same shot, just slightly different approach to it with a little less weight here.
See if Jonathan hits the weight that he needs. Did you talk about them? They're staying in the castle.
Oh, no, I did not talk about their Airbnb. No, I didn't talk about that.
Airbnb is a castle. It's beautiful. Stacy went into the wrong house next door.
I did not. That never happened.
Wanted for breaking and entering. That's a pretty good shot. Really nice weight.
Oh yeah.
Coming in, nice little roll. Oh yeah, that's a great shot. That's a great shot by Jonathan. These gays. That's our team name.
I know.
Okay.
All right, so what's red doing here?
If I'm red, I try to
tap that yellow?
I try to tap it. I would tap that all day.
Just like back 8, back 12?
Yeah, you don't need much on this. Even if you sit on it, it's not that bad of a shot. They're really on it. They must think it's light, but it is not moving over. We're really sweeping, and I'm not sure why.
She almost got it all the way over to that. She was trying to make it curl over.
They were on that for most of the way down. I think they probably could have got off on it and let it kind of work on its own there.
Maybe.
That's a rough call there.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Jonathan.
Claussen's going to be guarding now.
Yeah, I like this call.
Only one yellow and a sea of red there, so that's probably a good call.
Even with hammer, this is a rough. You'd like to be able to set yourself up to score 2 here, but there's 5 reds in that house, and it's a scary situation.
Must be curling a lot. That's a lot of line.
It's a lot of line. It's a little more than what we had at the previous draw.
That looks heavy.
They're on it for a while here. It's calling them off. Looks a little heavy. It's going to be a little deep. Maybe through.
That's a party rock.
That's a rough. That's an unfortunate stone. You'd really like to have that one back. Got a cheers out of the pitcher for the skip. This stone brought to you by the Big Biscuit.
Always the Big Biscuit.
We've got to meet some new Sealanders. Jonathan is one of the new Sealanders we have met this weekend so far.
And Baron Chris is a new Sealandian.
Okay, red's coming down here. The setup here at Potomac for the string is just fantastic. We curled against Ken, who I think set up a lot of it. But we got a great guy here sitting next to us finishing it up here.
Oh, this is a good shot coming in for red. They're going to tap that yellow
guard. Oh, what a shot. That's a great shot.
That was fantastic.
It looks like red's sitting at least three, maybe four. Yeah.
I don't know
You're
that.
right. That was a great shot. Let's see what yellow has here. Ooh. Now that shot's got some chest hair on it.
Kind of like in between. Are they gonna crotch this, you think?
I don't think he wants to crotch it. It looked like he was calling the run back double on the and then clipping the red in the back. If he hits it, he may actually get the triple. I don't know if I like that shot.
He's gesturing to a lot of them. I don't know what's happening anymore.
In that house. If they were ever to lose that yellow, they're really poorly here.
Okay, I'm going to point out what's going on sheet C.
Go for it.
Because
oh my gosh,
look at that house.
What a mess. I love it.
Let's switch views.
Like a doubles match.
And what we're about to have is the hammer.
For red.
Wow. So it looks like yellow's sitting 4?
3
or 4?
I'd say 3, but yeah. This is
what a mess.
I don't think I've ever seen
damage control from red here.
I don't want to be red in this situation.
I don't think I'd want to be in this situation regardless of what color.
It's coming down. He might get a good bounce here.
Aww.
Not quite enough. He may actually have done some damage here.
3 for sure.
Yep. So that might take them a minute to figure out.
There might be a measure over there.
Yeah, and with Alley Cat's already up 4-0, that's a rough in for Chesapeake Rocks.
So it looks like they're starting to gingerly pull out the rocks that they know aren't going to affect anything.
Well, there are a lot of yellows still
They must have decided. They're kicking everything.
That was a big in for yellow on C.
Yeah. Which means they've had 2 big ends in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be red.
That can be a little defeating in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, if they don't get shot soon, they're probably. I mean, I need a beer after that kind of end.
So we'll see how much they actually hang, but did we say 3 or did we say 4?
Oh, I don't know.
It's at least 3.
Looked like
they didn't measure for the 4, so it's probably
shot.
just going to be 3.
I think it was 4 after the shot.
Oh, we'll take a look, because we'll probably get that in a minute. Assuming, sometimes some of our teams do not do very well hanging their scores in a timely manner. Oh, no, they do have it up there over on D. You just couldn't see it. This is behind one of the sweepers from my point of view.
Oh, what a shot on B.
Yep.
That's really rough for Team These Gays on B. But it opens it up a little bit for the hammer here.
If they nose this one, they get 1.
They got to go for the 1. Yeah, it's a force for 1.
It's a force.
There's no way to get 2 on that one, I don't think.
But
it'd be a really stupid shot for 2.
It would be a stupid shot for 2.
You do the draw for 1 on B, and that's fine.
Well, they finished second end over on D, but I did not get a look at the house before they moved it. We'll see what they hang here in a minute. Looks like we're about to have the hammer over on A as well.
I know you're supposed to be very even-keeled, but we do have friends on A. Eric Rifle from the Windy City Club, very good friend of Kansas City, and Stacy and I, we've played with him and against him many times. Great person. We're not necessarily rooting against him, but we're not rooting for him for what we should be.
I love the team name We Are Knuff, though. That is.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's great.
All right, Claussen's got a shot here. He kind of crotches it. It's still not great.
I think it's
way heavy, I think.
At least 2 red here.
It's at least 2. I hope it's not 3 for their sake.
If it's 3, we might need to go bring them drinks.
Yeah.
And it looks like that was a 1 point for yellow over on A.
1 point for yellow on A. All right.
We do have confirmation it was 3 for Alley Cats on C. Puts them up 7-0 after 2 ends.
Yeah, really starting to spread that game out over there.
It's late.
Yep.
It's rough playing so late. 2 games and.
Yep. Everybody's second game.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we did better in our second game.
Well, we did play better the second game.
I don't know if we played better, but the end result was better.
9 a.m. came.
I kept looking at this guy, giving him the like, oh, jeez. But I'm glad they were here. So we got 1 point for yellow on D. Pretty close game still over there. Oh, yeah, I gotta change this here. This one's fancier than one over on A.
Yeah, this one controls all of them.
Oh,
so you can switch sheets too. So yeah.
It's a really nice setup here at Potomac for the streaming and everything.
Well, the setup for all of this is thanks to Ken.
Yeah,
who's standing right next to us.
We just played Ken, fantastic curler. Apparently, he wrote a lot of the code and everything for this, and it's just fantastic. It's a great setup.
Nice.
He seems like a super smart guy.
We just got 2 sets of cameras in Kansas City. We don't have quite the setup yet, but
we do love the view you get in the warm room, but we don't have any casting yet, so we may have to be talking with Ken. See how much he wants to sell this software for. So the first Yellowstone, a little deep. They are playing the no-tick rule here on the East Coast. Quite hasn't got to us out in the Midwest. So we're all still a little confused about what happens. It only happened to us in our first game. And I let Kev tell me how to play it, because you still get a choice, I guess, as the non-offending team of what you want to do. Of course, in this instance, we don't have anything right now on the center line, so there's no tick rule necessarily in play. A little bit of a bad miss by Red there on that takeout. Looks like either a guard or maybe a come around for yellow. Jonathan's on it, but it looks like it's got enough weight as it comes down the sheet there. A little tap and over is great. That's not bad. I'll take that all day.
Split the house a bit.
That's fine, as Yellow Skip says. I know that hand signal. That's fine. So Red getting a little behind the 8 ball here. Looks like we're going for a little, maybe a hit and roll here as Red. Step 1 is hit it. Sweepers are on it hard. They got a piece of it. Is it going to be enough?
Not
Maybe
quite.
just
they rolled
push
out.
it to the back of the house. It's not terrible. It pushes it a little bit back, gives you a little bit of a pocket later in the end if you need to draw down to it. You still got that yellow there biting on the forefoot.
Still behind that guard though, so it rolled not to a great space for them to be able to hit it later, but we'll see. Opportunity for yellow though to gain some of those points back that they got stolen last.
Definitely taking advantage of miscues of the red team here. Looks like maybe a guard
Still
here.
haven't hung the score, though, on B to know how many that was. 2 or 3 stolen.
Yeah, as I was saying, sometimes they're not the best. I wish I had a sign that just says, hang your score. Because
I always make my advice hang it, like, specifically, I will make sure I don't hang it and give him sass when he doesn't. So I hope he's
That's the
listening
rule,
right now.
I mean, right? I mean, the scoring vice is supposed to hang.
So, Doug, if you're listening, make sure you hang the score on time or people are going to be mad. Also, apparently, another Kansas City local, Kevin, was listening to the last game, and apparently he got thrown some shade because he was maybe one of the only people listening to the game.
Ah.
But we do enjoy Kevin at our club. Always
Meh.
good for a round. Looks like Claussen is looking to split the house here. He's going in the corners. Keep the middle open for him, I like the call. This one needs to work a lot. It may be on the guards. I don't know if he was wide on that line or if it was heavy.
Yeah,
but
right
he's
on the guard.
definitely pushing that red back.
No.
You would hate to see this.
Oh, no.
This is rough. That's
right
I
to
would
the T-line.
say that might be a miss.
That's a miss for sure. Suboptimal.
Definitely suboptimal. We'll see. We didn't even
Calling
get
for
a.
a guard,
We didn't
looks
even
like
get a.
now.
That's fine from the skip, which means that it's really
It's
not fine.
Not fine.
So Red's finding themselves in a pretty good position here.
Especially because they were kind of behind.
They were behind on this end.
And,
that really has set them up in a better position to either a force or a steal here. That miss brought to you by the Big Biscuit.
Is that guard coming in?
This is a guard. It looks like a 2.
It's actually a pretty good spot for that.
I do like that guard. I don't think it leaves that port shot there at all.
The port is pretty small,
really,
but Kristi would probably still go for
Kristi
it.
goes for that all day. Claussen doesn't like it. He's looking at it.
Looking at it. He's considering. Getting a real far away look at that. Oh.
Yeah. And we get a far away look at.
Oh.
I'm glad he changed camera views. The audience got saved there. So it looks like we're just doing a peel here, maybe a pushback. If you clip something on the back as it goes out, that's fine. But come in here with some weight. Let's see what Jonathan has for his weight here.
Called on pretty quick.
Pretty quick. It's coming over just a little bit. It may just peel out.
Yep, just peeling.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's better.
It's better. If I'm Red, I just put that back, make him make that shot again.
Yep. Definitely. Yep.
Looks like pretty good weight. They're not really on it, but it's coming down. Needs to work over a little. It does look a little wide, but it has a really nice late finish here.
Oh yeah, that'll be fine.
Oh, this looks like a really nice shot. That's a really good placement on that one, I think. still
So even a
covers up.
smaller port now.
Yeah,
There's no
if there's
way.
no port there, you gotta almost decide to peel this out. If you get lucky, yeah, he's looking at the lucky for the double out. It would be a fantastic shot.
He's like, man,
He's calling the
try it."
normal takeout here. Pretty thin line. I mean, step one is at least hit the guard.
Yep.
Get the guard out. He's calling him on pretty quick. Might have been a little thin out of hand. It's pretty
nosy.
close. Oh, it got a little
Ugh.
jammy in the back. You hate to see that, but I don't know if their situation is better or worse now. It's just different, I guess. Yeah, this is a good call from Brad. Get that guard up there in the middle, center
Yeah.
line.
Just keep putting it back.
It's a good line.
They're sitting one without a hammer.
Yeah,
They only
I mean,
stole two. They finally put the score
they
up.
did steal two, so Red's up 3-0 on yellow, and Red is getting into a pretty good position here on, what is this? Where Skip's first stone. Are you sure? Did Kev leave? Okay, now you guys get to meet our lead on our team. So you know, myself as the skip, my wife as the second, and now our lead is Britt.
Hello.
Also from Kansas City.
From Kansas City as well.
He's a newbie.
Smartest guy on the team.
Well, you're probably not wrong. Maybe you don't have more degrees than Stacy has, but you have more than I do.
He does. He has four. He has four. I only have three.
I do outrank Stacy.
Yeah.
Well,
Just barely.
Kind of. So we'll bring a little more sass into this commentary here.
That's for sure. That's why they really brought me in.
That's right. A little more color to the commentary.
Our fourth, I don't know where he went. Our vice skip. I guess he left.
I think he went home.
Well, it's too bad. He does live.
He
a
can't
little bit
hang out anymore.
No.
He's too old for that.
Yeah, he's younger than I am. Okay, so it looks like he's not great. He's not real happy about this call, but it looks like the call for the draw is the right thing to do at this point. What do we got going on everywhere?
Is down to the red, you think?
Looks like Sheet C, Chesapeake Rocks is looking to make a comeback here.
Oh, yeah.
Got a lot of red in play.
Well, that wasn't great.
Wasn't great. What was that,
But
Hammer?
that's still.
That was Hammer.
That was
That's
Hammer. So
five.
that's a great,
They
that's
are
a
back
great
in
rally
the game.
from Chesapeake Rocks. Way to go, guys.
I mean, could have got six and really back in it.
Yeah, that was a great end for them. So they're back in it
They needed
over
that.
on Sheet C.
Get some confidence. Here's Claussen's first stone here on our feature.
Yeah, I think it was just calling the draw. I don't know if he likes it.
Sweepers don't look thrilled.
It's a little
No,
heavy.
It's a little
Yeah,
heavy.
it's gonna be back on the back one at
it's
least.
on the back
though.
one.
Yeah.
So at least it gets that one out of the way. Red's
So
still
it's
sitting shy.
Better.
It's better.
It's just not great.
It's not great. It's better.
Is this Bishop here playing Stacy Bishop?
Yes.
Okay. I
Oh,
know
you-
her from Facebook, but also I threw her stone.
You did throw her stone. I saw that
last
stone
game, yeah.
go through the house a few times.
Oh,
It was fine.
shush.
It was fine. It was fine. right, if you're yellow here, or if you're red here, they're throwing.
Guard.
The guard is a right shot. Cover the 4-foot,
Yeah.
cover the center line.
You don't have hammer.
Yeah,
Just
you're
protect
looking.
your
You're,
shot.
you're
Rock.
hoping to steal the 1 again,
Yeah.
which would be a fantastic thing for red to do here.
Yeah, say just guard. Same spot they've been putting it is fine. Oh, he's a lefty.
Oh,
I
that's a
didn't-
shame.
I did not notice that
That's really a
earlier
shame.
in the game.
You never know what the lefties are going to give you. It looks completely different out of the hack.
It does look very different out of the hack.
Last year, my lead was a lefty, also my father. It's always kind of different seeing those stones come down the ice.
They can get slightly different angles too.
They do.
And
He's a little heavy.
A little heavy,
yeah.
but I don't
I like it.
hate that.
I like it.
yeah. Well, now there's the crotch.
There's the crotch double here, which let's see if Claussen calls it. He probably does. If anything, he just kind of comes down to a little bump. This hammer on A over there, Stace, I can't really see.
Yep, last zone on A here as well, yeah.
And this is hammer on our feature sheet as
Yeah.
well. So yellow really needing something to come away with this one here. Get
Yeah.
you a little confidence going into the next end.
If he can get this double, he might be able to sit 3. I don't think you get both of them all the way out to get that biter
You
to
don't
count.
need to move them that much. We got a little bit of a miss on A, so it looks like their marigolds go up by
Another
3
couple,
more.
yeah.
That's a rough start to the middle
Here's
of the game
the-
on A. Final stone here on B
Here it
on our
comes,
feet.
here it comes.
It's coming down. It's by
Good
the
line.
guard. It's down.
Just the one.
And it
Oh,
may
I think
still
red
be a
counts.
steal
No.
of 1
I
for
think
red.
red is stolen.
They're gonna Bices are gonna look at it, but I really think it's a red for 1. You hate to see it. You wanna buy his team some Jello shots? So it does look like red is setting up to throw lead, so they must have
So they
at
must
least
have
got
stolen.
one.
They have hung the 3.
Yeah, they
so.
did. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did do
Red
that.
has got 1.
So
I've
here's our
definitely
current
had
scores
games
for
like this.
all of our sheets.
Oh, I've been on this side of it, and it's rough sometimes.
It's a little narrow for a center guard.
You're not going for a center guard.
What were
Gonna
they
go
going for?
to
I'm sorry, I missed
side
the
of the
call.
house.
He needs shots. Who's got it? Stacy's got it. This is part of curling culture.
Oh, on my cord
He
there,
needs
Buttercup.
8. This is part of curling culture, especially with the Sealanders. You've got what's called a bottle skip. The bottle skip is in charge of making sure that the teams are well hydrated whenever they need it. They do a broom shooter over in the corner that's very similar to the one here in Kansas City. Almost, I mean, it's made with the exact same brooms that we had ours made out of. So Yellow's got this one. It's closing
Like
through the
It's gonna be
house.
through, maybe bite. That's might bite.
It looks like it's through.
Through.
That's not what you need right now when you're down by 4. You need to get some stones in play. That's a little rough.
looking to split the house on red.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Red's got one in the top 8. This one, although looks a little... Oh, it's stopping. That's a great shot. That's a really good... The double here is really thin. It's cross house. You
Yeah,
probably
that's
go...
textbook split the
Yeah,
house.
you go for one. You try to get it closer and see if you can get an easier double later
Calling
in
for
the end.
hack weight.
Yeah.
One of the things very important for a team to learn, especially if you're playing with people that you don't play with often, is just communication. Communication is really key. Everybody has different hand signals and different calls, so very important that these people know what the call is and they communicate that as stones coming down the ice. Communication really key. One of the things newer teams don't do enough of. As I say that, as my
Line looks a
lead
little
is sitting
narrow.
Oh. Oh, well, it's too light, too, though, so maybe
It's a
it'll
little
just,
light,
like,
but I
hang
don't-
around.
Might be a
It's in the
Spider.
house. I don't hate it. It's, I mean, if you're red, you just come and notice
They're
that.
biting the 8.
Well, yeah, changes.
They're just coming down. They're going to hit that. Yeah, I wouldn't leave that there either.
Yeah, I think he just knows this. It's a numbers game now. You got a really comfortable lead as red. The more you can keep out of play for yellow, the easier your game becomes.
The
I
curl.
don't think they're going to nose it.
They're gonna
They might jam into their red
It's gonna be
there.
at an
Might
angle.
Yep.
jam. I don't hate that for red though. They still have all theirs in play.
Yeah, didn't lose a shooter at least.
That yellow is way open.
House is still split.
Mm-hmm.
Calling for control.
Here we go.
Those are frozen, so you
Yeah,
don't
I
get bow.
I don't think you get
Probably
both here.
Don't get both here. They're really close together on the overhead shot.
They're
really
almost
would have to,
touching.
yeah, you really have to come with some weight on this one to get them both, and I don't even know with that it's going to
Angles,
happen.
physics and stuff. I don't
Well,
know.
Newton says you can't get bow.
It's a second law or something. I don't know.
Like he was a little, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
narrow.
He's very narrow. It's going to be through.
Yeah.
That's an unfortunate.
It may not be through.
No,
Looking like
'cause it
it's a
was
little
too- I think
light.
it was
It was
light too,
pretty
yeah,
light,
so,
but
I
so
mean-
this may actually be kind of a pro miss on this one. It's coming down. They are going to now sit second shot.
But they are not frozen. They can get both these.
I've definitely seen that view or that face before from Claussen. He's definitely made that after I've thrown some stones.
Well, it's got to move it.
So red's coming down. They're coming.
Oh, I don't know
That's
about
a little
this.
They
narrow.
kind of. It looks like they kind of want to hit here. I hit here. A little bit of
Very narrow.
a shimmy there.
Nope.
Ah,
Okay, so
nice try, though.
So yellow's got themselves a break here.
Yeah. Try
One of the
again.
things you got to do, you got to capitalize on the misses of your opponents.
Looks like he wants the same thing.
First Claussen's is
What's-
coming off the sheet.
We've
He had
got
to
a-
grab his
Oh,
fan.
Got a fan out. All right.
Yeah, yeah, he's got his fan. I didn't know if he was going to be like, hey, here's a bigger target for you, hit this one, or what was going to happen. He has a fantastic fan,
It is very fabulous.
and from this view, a fantastic fanny as well.
Good line coming down.
Yeah.
You know,
Still
sweepers
looks
are on
lighter
it
than I
hard,
thought
but
he was going to
Starting
throw.
to curl too much. I don't know if they
yeah.
can save
It
it.
may not be on the red. It's, ooh.
Ah,
Oh, that's
that
rough.
stinks.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Should be through.
Yeah.
Yep, and it clears.
You hate to see it.
Well, not if you're yellow.
He doesn't have your peel weight.
He does not have peel weight. Did he call peel weight? I didn't see
no,
what
it's
the
like
weight
yours,
calls.
where you kick off the back wall.
I have maybe used the back barrier as leverage to get a little more weight. Doesn't mean I hit room.
Sure. All right. So Red gets
This
another
line's
shot at
looking
this.
better
Yeah,
coming
better than the
down.
last one already.
Looks like they're going to hit that top one, not the front one.
They're not going to get the double,
Yeah.
and that red's going to spill
One's
out.
better
but
than 0.
Still, you like where you're sitting here if you're red.
Yeah. Wait, do you try that again, or you just try something else?
He's calling for a hack weight at these reds. I think he's
What about
got
splitting the house here if you're yellow? Trying to undercut the red on the other side.
Yeah. You could. Or just corner frozen might give you a second shot too. But
Looks like he's calling for a draw.
Yeah, I like the just draw down to that
their hits haven't been.
stacked reds, and then you could deal with it later.
This is Jonathan Ochoco.
We are getting later in the end, fewer stones. They're on it really hard.
Sheet should be picking up though.
yeah.
This may end up pretty good for them.
Yeah,
There's going
it
to be a
doesn't look bad at
little
all.
bounce.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I don't hate it.
I mean,
Still
really,
second.
it looks like they might be.
No, red still is
Yeah,
second
that's true.
shot.
Yeah, the red.
They're in much better position now than they
It looks
just
like
were.
yellow
though.
1, red 2, 3, yellow 4. But you got that nice angle on that yellow. You hit that yellow
just- yeah,
anywhere
they're just
next
gonna take
time,
care
and
of it.
then it pops out the red, and then yellow could be sitting a couple.
Well, they're going to take this yellow out right here.
It's the call anyway. Let's see
Yeah,
if they
we
can
got
do
a
nose,
it.
just
little bit of a
nose-ish.
fall over there on Abe. She's okay. They're on a really hard ride out of hand. It's coming down. It's really moving
Gotta
across.
grab that line.
Really coming across.
Looks
still
all right.
have
They go get
it.
a corner.
They got
Yeah,
a little corner.
They're going to
Okay,
spill out,
so
but they got it.
You don't
Step
hate
one.
that as red. You're liking where you're at as red right now. Really kind of all phases of the game, as they say, red is doing pretty
Jonathan's second shot. Red looks like they're sitting one.
well. At least,
Second
yeah.
is looks like yellow's second shot.
They just like to have a lot of stones in play over there on C all the time.
Yeah, it's a mess over there on C yet again.
Must be 2 draw teams.
What's the score on C?
On
7 to
C.
5 still?
7 to 5.
7 to 5, yeah.
All right, Jonathan's coming in with his second stone here. It might be a little heavy for the skip's liking here. If it gets over
gonna
enough
be-
and it kind of rubs,
no.
but
It's
gonna
it's
be-
not
That's a
gonna
party
get
rock.
down.
I think might be through.
That is a party rock. You hate to see it from your vice.
What is a party rock?
It's through the house tonight.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
You see what she did there?
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. So we got a little cross-sheet conversation going with Claussen and Rifle. I don't think that will help either one of them. In fact, I think it will hurt both of them.
Yeah.
Yellow's
Sometimes you
sitting
need to be
pretty
distracted.
on
Your game's not going well. Sometimes the
Yeah, you need a little help.
shenanigans can help.
A. They got one takeout on
So
yellow.
as you
on
see
A.
on sheet C, just a mess again of stones that are out there.
Red, maybe.
Really-
Shot? Maybe. I don't know. Red or yellow there. It's pretty
Looks
close.
like yellow is
You really
shot
love to
from
see
my
the
angle.
angles in the games.
I think it's
of
yellow.
these.
And this will be the hammer for yellow.
This is
Oh.
what the short game really helps you with, is these angles and seeing the shots. Not to mention, short game is just a lot of fun that you can play with.
A lot of
during
trash
the game.
talk in short
A lot
games.
of, it really helps you with your trash talk.
We are busting out the Jello shots on C.
Yeah, courtesy of the Kansas City Curling Club.
That's right.
Red's looking good,
We're
maybe
always
a
good
little
for
heavy
down.
than they wanted.
Well, this is also the hammer on D coming in.
Ah,
And that's going to be a draw for one.
Draw for one.
Dairy
so the Dairy
Queens.
Queens finally get on the board.
there you go. First point is the hardest.
It really is. I think Sheryl Crow wrote a song about that.
All right, we got
I don't
Claussen's
think
first
it was
shot
Sheryl
coming
Crow.
down on B. What was the score on C there?
See, it looks like
One yellow.
Yellow
got one.
score, so it's
They're
8 to
back in
5.
it.
They extend their lead just a little bit.
A little known fact, I'm sure Britt knows this. Sheryl Crow, graduate
From the University of Missouri.
University of Missouri. That's right.
Of course she did.
I shared the same music theory teacher as Sheryl Crow did.
And then he abandoned Mizzou for UCM, folks, but we don't talk about that part.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
He became a mule, everybody,
I did.
which is very fitting.
just like my mother. And if you get a problem with that,
I like Sherry. I have no problems with
Okay.
Sherry.
good.
She's good people.
She's great people.
Her parenting leaves a little to be desired, but
I mean, you look at me, I think she did fine.
Eh.
You know, Mama tried.
fine, it's not
Mama
the goal.
tried. Sometimes when these skips take a long time to call their shots, you gotta find something to talk about. Still waiting for this Yellowstone to come down.
I wouldn't know anything about my skip taking too long to make a call.
Usually it's my second that takes a long time to get ready to throw. All right, we got this Yellowstone coming down. They're
It's looking
on it
good.
hard.
Line's good.
It's a little light, I think, but
It was
he's
a
gonna
little
hit
light.
a piece of it. That's
That's not a
Fine.
bad. It's not a bad result.
That's fine. That's fine. They're looking at it to see who's shot here. I think
Yellow's
it's yellow.
definitely shot.
I think yellow is shot as well on C.
I've spent too much
You
time
think
looking
it's
at
red,
this
don't you?
angle. No, I think it's yellow.
I think so too.
I've spent way too much time looking at this angle, and I've gotten pretty good. That's yellow is shot.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna defer to the expert over here. What's your
Yeah.
name? I don't think I've actually met you.
Oh,
I've just
hi.
been chatting.
So, I'm Dylan.
Dylan.
I'm a member of the Potomac Club here.
He is their tech guy.
Yeah,
Well,
he's doing all the special stuff.
I'm operating for this stream. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But Ken's the guy who like programmed this whole thing. Like it's his baby. He put this whole thing together, set everything
The
up.
lead that we
It's a
played
very nice
against
setup, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
just know how to like run the stream and do all that. But
Well, a little plug for Kansas City. If any men's teams or women's teams are out there that want to come to Kansas City, we have a his and hers coming up in November.
Indeed.
You're welcome to come out. We need a few more to sign up.
and we've got a couple of Bonspiels coming up too. We've got our juniors Bonspiel in November.
So nephew, if you're listening, November. He's not my nephew.
Right.
He's John's nephew, but we all call him nephew.
It's just his nickname.
He just turned 18 too. So
Okay.
He's hardly nephew anymore.
Yep. And then at the beginning of December, we have our annual Embassy Row.
Red's not
Bonspiel.
gonna be
I
So what
have
is that? Is
heard
that an
about
open?
that.
very happy
Is it
with
a-
that.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
It's an open. Every year we theme it after a different country.
And it is this year.
It is the Philippines, I've been told.
Oh,
Yeah.
Philippines.
So the last couple of years, I know we had Thailand a couple of years ago.
So is it like food and
Yep.
everything? Oh,
Yep, the
it
food,
sounds
the decorations,
fantastic.
everything. Yeah, so I think 2 years ago we did Thailand. Last year we did Ukraine.
Okay.
Yep,
Great.
and then I guess they chose to do the Philippines this year.
Fantastic.
That sounds fun.
I just heard about that just earlier today.
That's great. It's probably the same weekend as our his and hers.
So it's normally it's in November, but this year they've moved the Embassy Row to the first weekend of December.
Okay. That is not our his and hers,
Yep.
although it may conflict with the Grain Belt in Owatonna. It's a
Perhaps.
two-sheet club in south of the cities in Minnesota.
Calendar gets pretty
Yep,
full.
It does.
Yep.
So if you're on
For
the East
the
Coast or want to come to
takeout.
the East Coast, definitely check out this club. They're great people here. It's been a fantastic spiel so
missed
far.
it.
Oh!
Just missed it.
Yeah, I hate to
Heartbreaker on
see that.
C.
That is
That's
really tough.
Steal one.
And that is 1 red.
It's 1 red on B, and it's 2 red on A,
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
because that was the hammer on A as well.
I do like We Are Knuff.
We Are Knuff is on the board.
I am kind of sad that my team name that I suggested last year at this did not make it to the final team name this year. That's fine. I thought maybe 1 more year at a time was pretty good.
Because the last name, yeah, the
Because the
Skip's
last name
name
was
was.
Moira, who was fantastic. We had a round with her last night at their Airbnb. Or actually, no, they crashed the Airbnb and we just happened to also be
Taking a break on sheet A to do shots for the entire.
Oh,
Both
good
teams are taking shots.
broom
That's
stack
nice.
tradition here on A.
business transactions, what you call that in Kansas
Yeah.
City.
If you've
Generally,
never
you don't
seen
do
a-
that in the middle of a game. It's after.
I don't
but
know
that's
what game
fine.
you're playing, but that's a pretty common occurrence.
Well, they did not stack their brooms.
They didn't
which
stack
is
the brooms, which is
traditional.
really what you need to do. We were in Wausau last year, and they have an 8-sheet club. We had a full 8-sheet club broom stack in the middle of the game.
It was fantastic.
The bar got a little overrun, but it was fantastic. It was one of the best broom stacks in the middle of the game I've been a part of. If you haven't been to Wausau Club, highly recommend the Supper Club Spiel they have. If you've not had a Wisconsin Old Fashioned, that's a club to go to. They're fantastic. So yellow really needs to make up some ground here. They're
Came out a little narrow out of the hat.
really struggling. Looks
Second
a little
game
heavy.
in one
And
day is
Jo-
hard.
It is. Looks a little heavy. Jonathan's waving goodbye to it.
Maybe it's going to stick
Hey,
around.
Sticking
It does
around,
stick.
mid-12.
That's fine. That's fine.
He's going to come down and freeze to it, looks like.
Good call.
Call I would make.
You could always take it out too.
Well, if you're heavy, I'd rather freeze,
Either
though.
one. Even sitting in front of it's fine. That is a very narrow, but they're not on it, so the weight must be a little up as
Line
well.
looks okay
Now
from
they're
my
on it.
angle.
It was coming down.
Yeah, they
and
probably should have been on that
curly.
a little earlier.
That over-curled
it was
by quite a bit.
pretty thin.
Well, it's going to be whatever it is.
I don't know if you noticed, Stace, the markings for the mixed doubles in the ice are actually pennies.
Pennies.
Did you notice?
I
Okay.
did notice that.
We haven't put ours in yet because I didn't want to. But pennies are what they choose here.
Keep waffling whether we want to do pennies or we want to do the other markers we used last year.
Yeah, we don't need to make that decision yet.
Yeah. It's not like league's already started.
No, I mean it did, but no. I'm gonna let Gene make that decision. Gene's our volunteer of the year every year. Even though it was Kevin last year, it was really Gene.
Gene was robbed.
Although one of our members was the 2022 USCA
Volunteer of the
Volunteer of the
Year.
Year. Lee Palmer was Volunteer of the Year. We appreciate the recognition from USCA on that. And that's it on that. We do enjoy being out here on the East Coast. This is my first time this far east.
Playing.
Yeah,
curling.
playing.
Well, unless you count Scotland, that is more east.
I don't, because that's not U.S. I'm talking
Okay,
U.S.
well, okay.
For any Kansas Cityans that are listening, they do. There's a couple of things that are a little different on the East Coast than we do in the Midwest. Normally the vice skips in our clubs will decide. They'll do the coin flip and decide who has hammer. On the East Coast, it's more
Nice
of
shot.
a lead's responsibility to do that. So we learned that pretty quick. I had remembered that was a thing only after we got told that was a thing. So the East Coast, the leads do decide. They do the coin flips instead of vices. So Britt has gotten you won a flip and you lost a flip.
I did.
Right?
I
Yeah.
went with bear both times. They use a Canadian dollar up here.
They do.
Yep.
Is it the Canadian dollar? Is it the toonie or the loony? Because the loony
I
is a
don't know.
1 Canadian dollar. The toonie is a $2.
I don't know.
think.
All I know is it has a bear on one side and the queen on the other side. That's all I've
And
got
you
for
didn't
you.
choose a queen, and of course we lost because you're supposed to choose the queen.
I chose the bear the second time and won. So do with that
Embarrassing.
information what you will.
Yeah.
They're keeping it classy here at the Potomac.
It's a great club.
Using
It's my
foreign
first time
currency.
here.
We try.
But if you need to buy booze, buy it in Delaware. We learned that when we were in Philadelphia. Maryland, Pennsylvania. Got a little bit different of laws out there. But Delaware, for all your boringness.
It's a nice shot here. I think
That's a
he's gonna
pretty
tick
good
it
shot.
up,
Nice
get
little
some gap
tick.
straight to the
Yeah,
center.
I
It's a
like
nice
the
shot.
gap that they got there too. So it's not frozen so much. If you're red, yeah, you just try to push this one back.
So let me ask, if this is the furthest east you've curled,
In the
what-
States.
Yeah, in the States.
Yeah.
What's the farthest west you've been to for curling?
Oh, even
In the
worse.
States.
Ooh. It might be our club.
Oh,
You haven't gone to Denver or Phoenix? Or?
I have not been to Denver or
Oh.
Phoenix.
You need to get out more, man.
so the first couple of years I curled, because
Yeah.
I did not start curling here. This is my second club I've been in.
Okay, what's your home club?
Well, I mean, in reality, this is my home club now, let's
Okay.
be honest. But the club that I started out in was the Fairbanks Curling Club, all the way up in Alaska.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's on my
Yep.
bucket list for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you ever get the chance, and I know I'm plugging a event of theirs that they hold every year, but
Yeah.
their end of year Bonspiel, they call it the International Bonspiel
Yeah.
every year. It is usually the end of March, beginning of April timeframe, and it is a very intense weekend of curling.
I wonder.
It starts, so the first matches start Thursday evening.
Okay.
The Bonspiel ends on Sunday afternoon. And have you ever curled at 2 a.m.?
No. Well, yes.
Not in an actual regulated event.
I
Oh.
mean, it was like, hey, do you guys want to play at 8 a.m. or 2 a.m.? And we're like, we're already here. Let's play at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a run of the mill, like,
Try doing both back to back.
yeah, that didn't sound good.
No, it was rough.
It sounds rough.
Yeah. So I had a 2 a.m. game that my team unfortunately lost, and so we got penalized with having to come back and play at 8.
Do you even leave? Do you just stay at the club and keep drinking?
No, I did go home and try to get a little bit of sleep.
Oh, that sounds
It
awful.
was, yeah, it was brutal. So
Can you see the northern lights there?
yes.
Okay, then I'm game because Stacy wants to see the northern lights. I want to be able to paint them like Bob Ross because now I'm really into Bob Ross kind of stuff.
Speaking of Bob Ross, actually,
Yeah.
fun fact. Did you know that he was actually in the military?
I do, yeah.
And that before he retired from the military, he was stationed at Eielson Air Force
Yes.
Base, right next to Fairbanks.
Yes, yes. A lot of his paintings are from his hikes and walks through
Yep.
the Alaskan
All those happy
area.
trees.
all those happy trees, all those mountains, very
Yep.
inspired by the Alaskan frontier.
Oh, it is beautiful up there.
Yeah, I hear it is.
But Yeah, so depending on how you want to define the start and end of a day,
Yeah, I've heard that's
I
rough.
did either 3 or 4 games in a single day. And it all depends on, do you count a 2 a.m. game as the previous day or the current day?
Yeah, that's rough, but probably a good time.
Oh, it's, yeah.
I wonder if we can we fly straight to Fairbanks from Kansas City? Or
Well,
how do we
probably
get there?
not. I bet
Guarantee
there's
you
not
there's
a
no
direct.
As long as we don't have to stop in Canada, I guess.
No.
Probably from Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle
Yeah.
is one of the most common. There are a few direct flights, usually from Minneapolis.
Okay, we fly up. Yeah, Kansas City has a direct flight to MSP,
Yeah.
which we take very often.
So,
If you're back to the
Yellow's
game,
looking a
yellow
little
is
rough.
in some bad positions here.
Yeah.
How many stones we got in play over in C again?
Oh, jeez.
let's take a look. It's
A lot.
A lot.
Okay,
But less in the house than they've had before.
that's true. It's still a little rough for red.
Still looking like Alley Cat's game, or Ally Cat's probably. Given
Oh,
the
yes.
spiel.
I've been saying Alley Cat, but you're right. It probably
Yeah.
is
It
Ally
is-
Me
Cat.
I'm
too.
guessing it's
I
Ally
can't believe-
Cat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, leave it to the
that's-
gay guy to figure it out with a bunch
Is
of
that
straight
really
people.
what it is?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I bet so because we were all like, there's even not anyone on their team named Allie. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Rookies.
That's hilarious though.
That's my skip and second,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
there you go.
Oh man.
Red guarding again. Don't know if that's really what they had intended, but that's where it ended up.
We got a hack call here on E.
Gonna try to raise that.
Yeah.
yellow.
Yellow
Jostle
trying
some
to get
stuff,
some
I
points
think.
here. There's
Yeah.
a shot here. It's pretty thin hit, but if they get it, if they hit this just right,
He
they can
came
pop
out
that red
narrow
out.
of the hack.
They're
sweeping.
not on it.
They're not
Oh.
sweeping.
That is one red over on C with
Ooh,
that
wow.
hammer.
What a
wow,
shot.
That's a
Wow,
nice
that's
shot.
beautiful on C.
Oh, here it
And
comes.
then yellow.
Oh,
Oh, they got a little
Got a
bump
good
and then some jammies on the back. Okay.
All
I
right.
think red is still shot though.
Yeah, I do think red
And
still
well
has
guarded.
it.
Yeah, but I don't hate that. You can still kind of come down, maybe a little backline weight with a little tap on that.
So if you're red here, are you guarding or are you going to try to freeze to that other yellow?
If I'm red here,
I'm thinking freeze on that yellow.
Freeze on the
egg
yellow
foot.
is not
freeze
bad.
on the yellow is wonderful. But although guarding the forefoot, I don't hate either. Like a top 8, like just off the center on the high side.
Calling for
Maybe.
hack weight.
Hack
So
weight.
So they must be
Really?
hitting this
They're
yellow.
hitting-
Looks like they're calling for a takeout
Okay.
or a hit.
Okay.
It's lined up for a hit.
A little more aggressive than I thought they would be.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive.
Being
Looks
Especially
like
when
so-
you're up by 5.
Yeah. so
they may be
bad.
trying to just get off the ice as quickly as possible here. I mean,
It's getting late.
It is late.
So score is 8-6 on sheet C.
It is now 4-1 over on sheet D. They've been
I can't
been a
tell
game
what
of
we've-
ones.
Looks like 7-2 on sheet A.
They're getting close to the. They've got 5 rocks left over on sheet A for this end.
Yeah.
I got a little comment. The toonie is the coin that has the bear.
Oh, so we were flipping toonies.
Yeah, not
flipping
loonies.
toonies.
I'm so sorry, America.
And apparently there's a lot of love for left-handers,
Oh,
Yeah.
especially from the Potomac Curling Club.
Brad wants.
Are you left-handed?
I'm weird. I write left-handed, but I do most other things right-handed.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm one of those weird people that didn't know what hand I was going to use as a kid.
Oh, cripes all Friday.
Yep. Eventually, my parents got angry and just said, "Pick a hand."
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
And then I decided the weirdest one, and that's split.
I like to consider neither of my hands the dominant.
My right is definitely. My left
Yeah,
can't
your
do
left
anything.
hand is rough.
Looks like they're calling for a run back here on C. It's an interesting call.
This is,
Ooh.
yeah, I don't.
It's not what I would call.
I don't understand.
You mean on
this.
B?
I'm talking about B,
Oh.
sorry.
Okay.
That's a lot of
main
rocks
event.
to put in
There is a
motion.
lot of granite there. I think you hit the red into the yellow, into the yellow, into the yellow, into the crotch. And you might double them out.
And get,
But you can never.
That
like,
is
there's
a
going to be
you'd
some
be sitting
drag.
4 if he can pull it
That's
off.
a ton of granite to move.
I've seen Claussen throw some weight too, so I know
I've seen Claussen break the bolt that holds the lid on the
Indeed.
stone.
Yes.
I mean,
in
I don't
twain.
I
You
don't
call that a
doubt
lid?
I don't doubt being able to get the weight. I just don't know if you can
I don't
get
think
the
the
angle.
angles are
I don't
lined
know
up
if the angle
for this
is there.
shot. I don't like this
Angles
call.
plus the drag.
Here he goes. This one is
Here
moving.
he
go.
It's moving. It's got weight.
They're on it. Let's see how this one hits. This is a
Line looks good.
really.
Oh!
Oh, he got one. Okay, and he got the spill over there.
Lawson, I'm sorry, I doubted
okay,
you.
okay.
I still don't like this
I really
call.
kind of like where they ended up because it looks better on this view than it does on this view. This view, it looks like you've got a way around. Up there,
Oh.
it looks worse. Must be the
Perspective.
Yeah.
the perspective. It's a little warped.
We're getting artsy over here.
Kind of.
Yeah, just I read you guard, right? The only
You'd
thing
have to
they
guard.
only thing they
Oh.
can do.
Yeah, Red's trying to get this because I think Claussen can pick that out.
Or do you try to draw to the other side? And because then I don't see how you get a double if they can draw it over to the forefoot on the other side of the
It's
sheet.
true. You could go down to the other yellow. That's on.
Guard's the easiest shot, though. It's more straightforward.
You're also up by 5.
You are. You can take a little liberty here. You can even give up one and be okay. You did draw down to the one he's standing on top of. But
Yeah.
it looks like they're going for the guard here.
Looks like they're going to freeze to that
I
yellow.
don't like that handle though. I like the other way for this one because of where the red and yellow are. I like the other handle better.
Looks like you've got an invitation to go to Toronto in March.
Oh, yeah?
Who does? Me?
Whoever.
All right, well. What's
I-
going on in Toronto in March?
Says one of our watchers said, "You're welcome to come to Toronto. Come to our Pride Spiel in Toronto." He says, "I think it's the largest LGBTQ spiel in the world, 48 teams."
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's a
fantastic.
big spiel.
That
I'll have
sounds
to look into it.
Yeah, Brit's
You finally
there
have
for
your
that.
passport. You can
I do.
go to
I just need
Canada.
to get that global entry.
global entry interview.
I don't know. They may not let me into Canada. I work for
Canada,
a
you don't want him. So
I work for a Canadian
Oh, I don't-
company. Oh, this
Oh, that's-
may not.
I
that's
don't like
that's
that
a pro. That's a
Oh, that's
pro miss. That's a
slop.
pro miss for Red.
I mean, that's a brilliant shot. Not at all what they intended, but
no,
that
not at all.
absolutely
but I'm
works.
taking that, but I'm
That
calling the other
stinks.
team
Oh,
out on
geez.
that. That's that's rough. That's
It's one of those ones you have to apologize for.
Definitely apologize for that. That's not what.
Draw for one here. Is that the plan here?
That's probably the
Which
plan.
stinks, all
It
that yellow in there
sucks.
But
I don't know
Yeah.
how you get both of them out.
I don't know how you get
That's
both of
tough
them.
You'd
with
have
those
to do
angles.
something
Crazy.
stupid like Cooey and use that yellow up at the top and come across and double them
Oh,
out
God.
somehow. Like, it'd be stupid. No, you draw for one.
Yeah, draw for one. Yep.
I do know Claussen and I have definitely led our skip to draw against worse than this. We had we left her to draw against 6. She made it, which was great. And then the next day, the other team got like 5. But she told us never to leave her in that position again. And then we waited 7 stones, and she was in that same position again. All right, so this is
Line looks good for
this is
Claussen.
Hammer for yellow. We're trying to find the scoreboard here.
It's also Hammer over on A
What do we got on
at the
A?
same time.
Same exact time.
Rifle throwing this stone here on A. Looks a little heavy. It's great
It's
line.
through.
Beautiful. Oh, right.
It's great.
Right
through.
to
Oh.
it. That's a
I will
great shot
say,
by
I know
Eric.
none of you
And
saw it, but on
B
A,
went-
it was a beautiful shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
B
a great shot by Eric on that one.
But not as good of a result for Claussen on B.
Claussen getting the fan out here.
Red drawing 2 on that shot.
Getting a little sassy.
Not 1.
He is almost out of his beverage. It looks like he needs another.
They had a pitcher out there.
So score update on A, it is 5-2 in favor.
They're
of
Marigolds.
the
A
Marigolds
favorite
team.
here.
No, it's-
Very
They're
competitive.
from the Windy City
It's
Curling Club.
8-2 over on A.
8-2 on A. I'm
8-2.
sorry.
Ah.
I can't read, apparently.
Yeah, that Windy City team, they're very competitive.
My
they're
man
great
Torkelson
people,
coming over the way
very
from
great
Chicago.
team.
If you ever meet him, you need to ask him about a cannonball.
Cannonball?
Yep, apparently he's a world-class cannonballer.
Eric
Oh.
No, Torkelson.
Torkelson.
Yeah.
Is he from Chicago?
He is from Windy City, yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. I know I've met him before. I didn't know what club he was from. Thought maybe you met him in Phoenix.
I did meet him in Phoenix.
But he was from Windy
But
City.
he's from
Okay,
Chicago.
Fair. Sorry, Stace. I didn't click it.
Looking for a center guard from red on B. It looks a little light. I think it's going to hog.
It's
It
just over.
Might get over. Just barely,
Good
but it
sweep.
clears.
I'm glad to know that you can't really hear what the curlers are saying out
Yeah.
there.
You got to keep it family friendly.
I definitely knew we were on the premiere sheet, and I did not keep it family friendly, so I'm glad that you can't really hear it. So.
Well, not at least right now while all 4 sheets are going, but once some games start ending, you can start hearing things a little
And
more.
Oh,
we
no.
were one of the
Looking
last.
light on B.
I hope you got a delay or at least a whoop.
Dump button.
Yeah, we don't have a dump button.
Wow,
Well,
put Ken on
it's-
it. Get Ken on it.
It's YouTube.
Well, we're not monetized, that I'm aware of at least, so.
They need another pitcher. You got that, Stace?
I guess I got the pitcher.
I think I still have a card over there.
I used it for their shot.
Okay, well, my wallet's somewhere. It's probably in my backpack.
I'm trying to give you my card. People.
Very important. If you're ever a spectator at a Bonspiel and there is somebody on the ice that needs a beverage, it is your responsibility to get them that beverage. Don't forget that. A very big part of curling is to make sure the people on the ice are well hydrated.
Claussen doing a little jig in the house.
Yeah, I do enjoy their outfits today. The tights and the short rainbow shorts. Definitely a highlight of the
Quite
weekend, I
short.
think.
My grandmother would not approve, but
Oh, I'm sure she would not. Neither would mine.
yeah.
On my father's side, my mother's side, she'd be all for it, I think.
Looks like it's gonna be just over. Not at all where they wanted that stone.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
So at what point do you shake?
On this one, I mean, it's only 7-0. You're not a full 8
No, I understand that.
behind yet. They got some ends. It's getting close to that point, though. that if you don't score in this end,
I'm just wondering, do you throw the stones down?
I mean, me, myself, I probably would have shook.
Shook would be the past tense there.
Thing. Past participle?
No, past tense. It's
Just
not
past tense. Okay.
Correct.
I would have shook after the 5th.
When you were down 4-0?
But the stone's got to get back to this side. So maybe play it one more time. Get them to the other side. But if you don't score here, you're shaken. At least for myself.
Oh, got a dropped broom.
Yeah, got it. Not a whole lot of broom drops. I don't know if that's not an East Coast thing. If one person drops their broom, everybody drops their broom. I don't know.
It's not everybody. You know, you might get one or two other people who do it, but certainly not everyone out there dropping their brooms all at once.
I've heard 2 different reasons on why people do that. One, it's like, well, dropping your broom, very embarrassing to drop it. So if everybody drops their broom, then nobody knows who actually dropped their broom. It's kind of the gentleman thing to do, right? So everybody drops it like, oh, we don't know who dropped it. But then the other reason, and probably the truer reason, is one person drops their broom, then everybody drops their broom to bring attention to the one person that dropped their broom.
That sounds a little more.
Everybody can
It's all about that public shaming.
Yeah. That sounds a little more likely.
Yeah, because I like to look at the person that dropped their broom and do the mic drop specific staring at them.
As you just dead eyes.
Yeah, just dead eyes.
I don't know who's controlling the music in this facility, but they're killing it.
They are.
Great background jams over
here. I do
here.
enjoy Wrecking Ball. It's...
Well, and I know earlier I heard a significant amount of Queen.
Yeah, Queen,
excellent.
Fantastic. Love Queen.
Yeah. Solid choice at an LGBTQ event.
It's a solid choice at any event.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
But especially for an event.
It's all about the gays here, people. It's our time.
Why is it got to be all about you?
It's always about Britt.
Oh, we're here for that. So
true. Kind of got a great wall defense going on sheet B right now.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for
everybody.
Yellow to do
what they need to do. Yeah.
They got to get this one in the house.
Go harder,
they got to
harder,
finish it behind the guards.
That's touching the 4. That's a great shot.
Okay, good.
They needed
Very
that.
good.
Very happy with that shot.
Good. We got one. Yes.
Also, a lot of Miley Cyrus being played, and T Swift.
Brian has nothing on my girl Miley. That's all right.
It's a good song. I'm just saying, it's a good song. I don't know why everybody kind of crapped on this song when it came out.
Oh, here's the hammer coming in on sheet C.
Once again, almost every stone in play.
And it's going to be one yellow.
One yellow.
For all that, one yellow.
All of that.
Gotta crash the guard. I wouldn't know anything about crashing the guards this weekend so far.
Nope.
I should have made that shot.
I know.
First
I know you should have.
I'm so disappointed in myself. More so in my sweepers, because really, the sweepers can't keep it straight.
We'll chat about it when we review film later. Bring it up in our Tuesday meeting.
Yeah. Tuesday meeting at the bar, right? We got to pay Gene first.
Oh, got a cowbell in the back. Don't know what that's all about.
No
idea.
idea.
It's coming in. Let's see what
come
it's
on,
got to
get a
come
piece,
over.
Get a piece.
Nope.
Oh man, that's a rough miss.
You could barely get a sheet of paper through those two
That's
rocks.
kind of how this game has been going for Yellow.
One
They're
barley
still
corn.
having a good time.
Say one barley corn?
Barley
A
corn.
barley corn, yeah. It's 3 barley corns for an inch.
It's a real unit of measurement.
Of course it is. You learned
Things
this in
you learn.
Scotland, I'm guessing.
No,
Nope.
it's
TikTok.
yeah.
Oh, a TikTok.
Oh, God.
Well, then it must be true if it's on TikTok.
It's coming down. I mean, you guard here, right?
I
You
would
try to
think you'd get a
block
center
up the
guard if you
center.
could.
Anything on that line.
It looks a little light. You got to get it over.
Yeah, it's over, I
You
think.
It's
don't
over.
want this to high.
It
Well,
should
I
be
mean-
Okay,
over.
they got it over.
Barely,
That's
but it's
good.
over.
It's over. It's a good one.
It's a good shot.
Getting
Yeah,
into
it's
it, too. That's a good shot.
I'd like it a little closer to the center line, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's still a good guard.
I don't think it's moving that well that late.
This is really getting a little
around
tight
that.
here for yellow.
Peel.
I think I like the peel and the guard, yeah.
Or you go after that, and if
You-
you miss,
yeah.
you peel the guard. It's so fine.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't
I
be
call the
light.
peel here.
Yeah.
Let's see what, I don't think Jonathan likes the peel.
I don't think John likes to peel, but I mean,
I think it's the right call of the peel, but he's going for the down to it.
Jonathan's last peel was pretty light for a
Yeah, he's
peel,
going
though.
for the freeze here.
all right, let's
Jonathan may like his.
see. If you talk
like
your
his
skip
draw
out
a
of
little
a shot, you got to make it.
That's very true. You leave this short here, and there's going to be words. You cannot leave this short to plug up the middle.
Weight looks good.
Got a curl. It's going. It's
curling.
going. I don't know. Is it going fast enough?
It's going fast enough.
Okay.
It's not a freeze, I don't think.
It's going.
Too fast,
Oh,
honestly.
no. This is fine. No.
Definitely not. Okay.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
don't want too big of a
It's
bump
wide
there.
open now.
Yeah, it's wide
Ah.
open. You don't like the bump over.
Claussen's disappointed, it looks like.
He's fine.
He's having a drink.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Well, I'm getting cold in this warm room.
Oh my God.
I'm always cold.
It's ridiculous.
Somehow our room got set to 66 degrees last night.
Don't know how that happened.
Still slept above the covers. 4 feet above the covers.
Quality reference there.
Thank you.
All right. If you're red, you just nose this guy, right?
Yeah.
That'd be what
yeah.
I'd
You
try.
don't need to be fancy
You
with
don't
it
need
at
to do
this
anything
point.
fancy. You could even just guard the center.
I'm pretty sure Claussen told the other skip that this is the last end
Yeah.
when this one started. So
Yeah, you're getting the stones the other end, especially if you don't score here.
Great shot.
Get by the guard. What a
Yeah.
shot.
oh,
Roll under
Out for
and
the
the
bonus
double.
in the back.
Yeah,
Oh.
they are
Shake.
shaking on B.
No, that was the same, their own team.
Oh, what a shot. That's one for the weekend. Jonathan showing his approval or disapproval. I don't know what that would mean.
That was a dirty shot. That was good.
Yeah, that's mean.
Can't always keep
I
it
don't
clean.
know if the double was the plan or if it just got a
I mean,
bonus.
it was obviously there, but it was definitely the bonus, I think. I don't think that was the called shot. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm the worst commentator.
No, the double was not the call. They just wanted the
Yeah.
Yeah.
top.
I'm only here to tell you what Claussen is thinking at this point. And right now, I can't say
Just
that over
four-letter
the-
words is all
Yeah,
he's
Yeah.
a lot of four-letter words.
Dump. We don't have the dump button, so we can't do that.
What is a dump button?
They,
A bleep button?
yeah. What does it bleep? It just takes
They call
away
it a
the.
dump
Like
button?
skips like 3 seconds when
Yeah.
somebody curses on the radio.
Things you learn.
See, the radio is something we used to listen to.
Oh.
You youngins don't know what radio
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, you Gen Zers haven't heard of AM, FM radio.
What are you doing here? Just draw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to outdraw it. There's not
You
much
can come
do
down
here.
to it and out count it. That's
You gotta
best.
out count it.
I don't know if
This
that
is rough. This
line's
is
there to
rough for Claussen.
freeze.
He's in a
Yeah.
he's been behind the 8 ball most of the game.
Yeah. He hasn't had great shots to throw for himself.
Seems like he's having a good time. Although I think we've spent more money at the bar for him
Quite in that
ourselves.
It
He
looks
does
heavy.
not
I
look
think
happy
we're crashing
himself.
on a guard here.
Crash.
Yeah.
Not, I
Well,
guess, the
it's
worst
more
thing.
open now.
It's definitely more open. How many stones we got in play over on C?
All of them again?
Oh, they finally, nope, that one of them just went out.
Oh, okay,
just
all
one.
right.
There's one out of play. And
Fantastic.
they're only,
Halfway in the.
yeah, they're halfway through and only one's out.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Way to be. Play that draw game.
Yeah. Queens like the draw game.
All right, we got the hammer on, or no, the
Pre-hammer.
pre-hammer. The last stone for yellow on A. Rifle's coming down. Looks like red is sitting
Looks
one.
a little
He's-
heavy. for
He's
what
just looking for the force here. It looks
Yeah.
like they're
I thought
just
they were
he's
going
just
for the
over
guard, but that's slowing down. It's going to be 12 foot.
Nope, it's gonna rub here.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little crash here on B. So Claussen has a shot to draw to the button here.
Draw the button for one.
The line's there for it.
Yeah, it's definitely an open shot.
These are the shots you don't like to have to throw as a skip this position. You're not in a great spot. You want to come away from this game with some positivity. You want to make this shot.
Right
you
here.
shake and get to the next game.
Yep.
Is this game still in the A bracket, or
This
are they in
is
the B
the
bracket?
Two of them are, yeah, so this one is, our feature game is part of the A event.
Okay.
Two of the games on the ice right now are B event games.
I think Rifle lost his first game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the
Yeah,
A
I
is a
did.
B event game
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I think it's probably, I think it's B and D are our two A event games.
Okay.
Yeah. That seems
Anyways,
right.
We've got Hammer coming in on A and B here.
Yep.
So here's the one for A coming into picture. And that's,
And it is
ooh.
soaring through.
But-
Red for
Red
one.
Claussen
on
is
A.
crashing on a guard.
Oh,
Yeah,
crash the
yeah, I
other
hate to
direction this
see
time.
it.
So
That is
red
a
will be getting
Ah,
3
geez.
on that, and they are
That
shaking.
is a shake.
Yes, because it's
Final
Over.
score
Yep, 10 to
10
0.
to 0 with 2
And
ends
they're
unplayed.
shaking on sheet A as well.
So that is, it
8
was
to
that
3.
Windy City that won that one? Or
Yes.
Windy City
Yep.
did win
So
that.
Rifle won that one on A. You like to see your friends win a game, although the other team, also good people. Sheet B, you hate to see your friends lose a game. Their Airbnb is a castle.
so there's that.
All right, so we'll pivot over to our alternate feature on sheet C.
Fantastic. A lot
So
of stones
where
in
every
play.
stone is in the house or in play.
You love to see it.
Score there is what, 9 to 6?
Yep.
Okay.
The Ally Cats.
Do we know where the Ally Cats are from?
Don't.
They are from Upper Valley, Ardsley, and Potomac. It's a
Okay.
combination
All right.
team.
All right.
Oh, they have
That
a,
was a
That was an interesting shot
Yeah.
there.
interesting.
Leaving
This view-
yellow sitting at 2.
this view is a little, misleading. It looks like, oh, this isn't so bad. But then you look, oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
Look at the guards.
That's why I like to see cameras that you can see from the hog line to the house and not just the house.
Yeah.
We got a crowded 4-foot over there on D. Here comes another one going into the 4-foot. Is this hammer?
No.
No.
Not even close.
Okay, thanks.
Just keeping it real, man.
All right. Little
Hit and roll here on your own is not bad.
Oh.
I don't hate that at all. That's a really nice shot for
He's
yellow.
really close to hitting that red and being shot instead. That was a good end for that.
It's a brave move.
I have a conversation here about this one. Definitely got to think about it. If you're Brett, what do you do here, Britt?
I'm going to try to raise.
So here's a look at what the house looks like over on D.
Oh, wow.
Wow, red's in a great spot.
But I think, oh.
Does red have that?
I think it might be yellow sitting.
Oh, it's so
touching
close.
Yeah, I mean, they're right on top of the button.
Yellow also has hammer, so that helps.
Yep. Anyways, yeah, really weird on sheet D.
Is this the last game for the night?
Yes.
All right, I assume.
Yep, this is our last draw for tonight. We'll have draws starting again tomorrow morning at, I believe, 9 o'clock, just like they were today.
If we are at 9 o'clock.
We are at 11:30.
11:30.
But if we lost, we would have been at 2?
Yes.
That is correct.
Why didn't we lose?
Well,
Why didn't anybody tell me that?
Early.
It's a pride event. You got to take pride in your...
Oh, okay, red. Red, okay.
That is,
I like it.
That's now the
think
shot rock.
Yeah, that is.
Red
that
is
looks
definitely
like shot rock
shot.
from here. That's pretty good. We have a special guest here. We've got Hornlein with us. Hornlein, the liquor swine. If you've not met Hornlein, this is... I don't know which one this is. It's not Sparkle Pig.
It's not Sparkle Pig.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Oh, they do. You don't.
That's true.
Everybody else does.
Got Whitney Houston in the background
I know.
right now.
Love this song. When Claussen and I were doing karaoke in his Tesla, this was the first one he chose when it was his turn to choose.
I just saw John Hale's comment on YouTube. I appreciate that you recognize the Ghostbusters
Yes.
reference. So thank you, John. Wherever you are out there, you're probably sitting behind me.
Well, he is one of our locals, but
Is he? Okay,
I
alright.
haven't seen him yet this weekend.
All right. All right. He seems a good guy.
Yep. Team Ally Cats having a pretty long discussion about this shot.
It's an important one here. You're
Good thing
looking
there
at
is no timer. We'd have some...
Well, I mean, last draw of the night.
Oh, John said he's going to be here tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Great.
Said he's about 10 miles from here.
Nice.
See, the Midwest, we're like 10 minutes. We don't
Yep.
go by
Yeah,
miles.
we
we
say
go by
minutes.
minutes.
Yep. I grew up in the Midwest, so
Yeah,
I'm
you know.
very
you
used
grew up
to
in
it.
Fairbanks. How'd you get to the Midwest?
No,
Tell us your life story.
Yes.
So I'm originally from Iowa.
Oh, I'm so
Jesus.
sorry.
I'm
Wow.
done.
God, it's
Hang
time to
it
go
up.
to bed.
Wow. The
There's,
hate.
I'd ask what part of Iowa,
Here's the
but
real-
it doesn't matter.
Here's the real question. Hawkeyes or Cyclones?
Oh, Cyclones every day.
Okay, all right. You've redeemed yourself a little
God.
bit.
Yeah.
A little.
I have words that I would love
Yellow's
to
not
say
taking
about
that shot
the
on
University
C.
of Iowa, but they are not suitable for this stream.
Yeah.
Ah.
So where on I-80 did you grow up?
I actually didn't grow up on I-80.
Oh, is there other things other than I-80?
Well, it's a little further north.
Oh, there's my friend.
I'm from Cedar Falls, where UNI is.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
up there. But the reason why I was up in Alaska for 3 years is I was stationed up there.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Fair.
yep.
The
Thanks.
only thing we really have against Iowa is that it's in the way
It's totally in the way
of
of
Minnesota.
anything good.
Okay, well, you want to know what we say about Minnesota and Missouri?
What?
Well,
Who cares?
I'll tell you what we say about you if you tell us what you say about us.
Yeah.
well usually it's Missouri sucks and Minnesota blows.
Sure. I've heard Minnesotans will say, make sure you flush twice because it's a long way to Missouri. I've heard that one.
Yeah. And we call Iowans idiots out wandering around.
Yeah, or
you know,
I ought to win around.
Yeah.
You know, not like I haven't heard that one before.
Right,
Either of
I'm
those
sure.
ones before.
I'm
Right,
sure.
Yeah.
Hammer coming down on
I mean,
sheet C.
You've got Zombie Burger.
Yep. And we also have the best bike event in the country.
Bike event.
Yeah, we have Ragbri.
I've never heard of it.
I'm going to call false on that. If you haven't been
Oh.
to Arkansas's
Oh, are you talking about?
the beer booze or
Oh, no.
beer blues and barbecue.
Nope, haven't heard
rally?
of that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like bicycle, not motorcycles.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Sturgis probably has the claim
Nerd.
on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about motorcycles.
Oh,
I
okay,
was,
then it doesn't count.
no.
I love shit on Iowa.
Looks like we got one more for
I
red
mean,
on
I
sheet
love
C,
Iowa
so they're
people.
closing the gap a bit, 9 to
Surely-
7 now.
Kelly's not listening to this. My
Yes.
company has 3 factories in Iowa, in Montezuma, Victor, and Williamsburg,
Okay.
which total are about 1,000 people.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, they're small towns, but
I mean, there are very few in Iowa that aren't.
right, yeah.
I will totally admit to that. Mostly because I'm not from one of those small
they-
towns.
They
I'm from
threw,
one of the larger cities.
They threw Hammer away on D.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, he threw it
That's
away.
Yep.
Just
interesting.
hogged
So-
on C.
I wonder if in our last
He-
game,
He just
Well, I
gave
guess
up
we
the
won
steal
that
on
game.
that one, but
was-
probably
that was the
because
one where we threw through.
Want Hammer on the way back.
yeah,
That doesn't always work out.
yeah.
Doesn't always work out, but it's
We
not a
had-
bad strategy.
We had Hammer tied in our first game. I had a draw
It
to the full
didn't work out.
forfeit. Did not work out for us. It's fine. Nobody wants to be in the A event, right? That's not where the party's at.
Yellow going straight through.
Yep. That's a. Well, I don't know. You're only up by
Up by 2.
2. I usually do the straight through if I'm up by 3 with Hammer.
Red did hog their first stone.
Yeah.
So you could throw that one through, I guess.
Well, they did, so.
There's also a really good taco place in Iowa, like just one.
Oh, yeah, what one was
What
that?
is that?
Please. I don't remember. It was good, though.
I mean, if you don't know the Merle Hay,
Oh,
we always stop at Merle Hay when we're going to Minnesota.
stop in Des Moines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
north,
outside, yeah.
just north of Des Moines.
Yep.
It used to be a quick
stop,
trip.
That's it.
It's now a Hy-Vee.
Red hogging 2 in a row.
No, I think. Ooh, that does not look across.
Yep.
That's so yellow's gonna throw this one through.
They should.
No, yellow's gonna. Oh no, yellow's gonna play. I didn't.
They're
see
throwing
this.
through.
Yeah, you throw through here. Yellow's in a very comfortable position right now. Throwing it through. No sweat.
It's hard to set up 2 points if you don't have any guards.
Very hard to set up, especially because you're running low on the free guard zone. At this point, you just keep it clean if you're yellow. tough spot to be in.
I'm sure you'll agree that leads love when that's the call. Just
Yep.
all the way through.
All day long.
Love it.
I can do that.
How many times do you get called that, Britt?
Only once.
Just today.
Today's
right?
my
Yep.
first time I've ever had to
First
throw it
time,
through the
yeah.
house.
The first time I called Stacy to throw through the house, she threw me a 2-guard.
I misunderstood the call.
She didn't know that the broom going through the house meant through the house.
Then we spent the rest of the end trying to peel it. The
Yeah.
peel of shame, if you will.
I don't remember what happened in that game. Did we end up winning it, or did
I
we
don't
lose
know.
it?
I think
we
we
won
won
it.
it.
That's been quite a few years ago. Really
Yeah.
like to bring it up whenever I can.
Yep.
I don't have many I can bring up on my side of the things. I do hear about every shot I miss, though.
Brittany.
Just because there's so many to talk about.
Ouch.
Yep.
Ouch.
Went
Right,
there.
yellow through as well.
Maybe if
Again,
my
here
lead
again.
would set me up a
That's
little
what I would
better.
do.
I mean, they could peel that guard, though.
Nope, still free rock. So.
No,
Oh,
this
no, you're
is-
right.
I-
You are correct.
you.
I am
I-
so sorry,
I,
Stacy. I miscounted my stone.
I
Apology
appreciate
accepted.
that apology, yeah.
I love that your husband accepted the apology on your behalf.
Sometimes you have to do that.
I'm thinking yellow probably isn't too concerned about that red. It's
I would
how
not
far
be.
over
Yeah,
it is.
It's not a good guard.
Yeah, it's
No.
way over towards the side. So
This one's coming in pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And then they're,
Now they're
they're going to put
sleeping.
another corner
It's
guard?
It's an
very,
interesting call.
very aggressive.
That started to die. It
yeah,
came out looking good. Now,
that is
not where you'd
That's
want that,
very
in my opinion.
wide as well.
that's another one that I think yellow is going to just ignore.
Yeah.
Yep, she's calling the
Yeah.
put it through, giving it the thumb.
So we do have a comment here from Kristi. The best thing to come out of Iowa is I-35.
That's
That is
just that's just not true.
statement.
No, that is
That's true statement.
nothing true about that at all.
Yeah, it comes out both the north side and the south side.
Yep.
That's
Very.
that's just as wrong as saying that as if you said it was I-80.
I mean,
Both of those are just patently false. And I will defend that position till the day I die.
The only people I know that like Iowa are people that are from Iowa. I'm just saying, like, I can respect a lot of
I
different
feel like
states.
I don't defend Missouri the way Iowans always feel like they have to defend Iowa.
They got a lot coming at them.
Yeah, we get
Missouri's
hate
also
from
hard to
literally
defend.
all four directions.
Literally.
Literally.
Because yeah, we get Missouri, trying to bag on us.
Yeah.
Not
Minnesota,
trying, succeeding.
Well,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Nebraska.
Yep, and
Yeah.
Illinois gives it to us too.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Not as much as the others.
Illinois doesn't have much.
They
to,
don't. They don't have
they don't have
much
much of a
ground
leg
on
to
you.
stand on.
No.
Not especially where it meets Iowa. It's not much. Like
I am baffled by this strategy.
That's
from
all right.
Red.
Well, I don't think
I
that
don't
was
think
on
that,
purpose.
I think they were trying to draw behind.
Yeah.
Skip does not look too happy. Looks a little befuddled.
Well, I mean, the sheet next to them finished up, so it might have stiffened up a bit.
It could. It does do that sometimes. It does get a little stiff at times.
Yellow going through again.
Yep.
Yep.
That's all right, call. Don't leave them anything to do anything with.
I don't know. I'd kind of like to blow up these guards just for the fun of it.
If
You
you,
don't-
met,
you
you
don't
miss
need
and now you give them
to.
one in the
Let
house.
your
Yeah.
thrower have some fun.
No, you don't need to do
No.
it. You don't risk it. Just throw
What's
'em
fun is
through.
winning the game.
No.
Red, here we go with red again, coming down. They're still trying this come around.
Looking
Skip
heavy.
looks like he says it's heavy.
I think it's
See
going to
where
stop
it-
in play.
It's
not
gonna
if
be
she sweeps it.
close. It might be back house.
She
If it
gets some-
sticks, she's going, and it
Will be a
is
Oh,
out of
it's
the house.
out. Oh, jeez.
All right.
It-
And they are shaking
They
on
are
sheet
Oh,
C.
shaking. That
he's
is
done.
That's probably the right call. They only have 2 stones left. They didn't have anything really to do.
That
That's an
I mean, the
unfortunate
stones have to
end.
be on the
That's
side
just
anyway,
a
though.
skip that doesn't want to walk down there to throw him back.
Ah.
That's
I
what
ain't-
just
I
happened.
ain't walking down there. I know that.
Yeah.
So we got our final game here on D. The Dairy Queens.
So
to,
final score on
be
C
nice
was
to our
9-7
skip. I think
to
he's being
Flea.
nice to our skip.
Yes.
He has anxiety. Is the
Yeah,
full
you don't
name.
hang the score if you don't finish the end.
Yep.
So yellow up by 1. It appears on the
Yeah.
scoreboard if
Yep.
my vision
The
serves.
Dairy
Surely this. Oh no. Okay, there it is.
Sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
this has been a game of nothing but ones.
Yeah, tight.
Real
tight
barn
game.
burner over here.
Yeah. Not like how they started on C, where it was 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a biter now.
I'm just waiting for this to inevitably turn into the Dairy Queens score 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
And then it
go
goes
to
into
extra
bonus
end, yeah.
hurling.
Yep.
Red is sitting 1 right
Is
now.
that
it
the
looks
tournament
like.
protocol? Because sometimes you do a skips draw to the button.
So we had this come up earlier.
Okay.
So the default option is an extra N, but if both skips agree, they can do skip draws.
All right.
But yeah, that's only if both skips agree to shorten it down.
Yellow coming in. Looks like
Yep.
they'll be sitting.
Actually, kind of looks a little
Ooh,
heavy.
good shape.
It's coming down.
Back 4.
Oh, right,
no,
cover it.
right? Yeah,
right on
that's
the
good.
right on the button.
Yep.
Gives Red something to play
Could
with
probably
here.
see
Probably half of it.
Try to do a tick and roll.
3/7.
3/7. Yeah, that's an easy.
Oh my God.
3/7.
3/7.
If you don't know anything about Stacy, she likes to brag about her fraction skills, but she only
That's
uses
right.
sevenths.
7.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more specific.
But
It's just
also
an
not
odd
helpful.
fraction to use.
Yeah.
Yes, because I am odd.
Okay, we got Red coming down. Probably
Good
coming
line.
down. They're looking to sit. Maybe a little
Little
bump
little
is
tap,
fine.
little tap, little tap.
Ooh,
Got to
nice.
curl a bit
It's
more
got
than
a
they
little
want.
bump.
There it is.
Yeah. That's a pretty nice
yeah,
shot.
That's pretty good.
Great shot.
I'm not sure.
So they
who
still
is-
need 2, though.
Do you think yellow is shot there?
Nope.
No, I
is
think
shot?
red
It's
is.
red.
Red is
yeah,
shot.
Red
It's
is
for
shot.
Red
sure.
is shot. So you like where you're at for the tie. Not too many stones
You could
left
probably
down
still
there.
get that out, though. It's more in the open than the last one was. Come at it with a little bit more
Ooh.
weight.
It's a ballsy shot for yellow. Got some chest hair on it because it could jam
It could.
on your yellow and knock. You could spill out the shooter, jam on the yellow, and knock that out, and then red would be sitting 2.
Calling for board weight.
Oh.
I like the call.
Good. Godspeed,
It's-
yellow. Good luck
it's-
here.
It's aggressive, but
Yeah.
I like it.
Definitely a shot with some chest
I mean,
hair.
you got to
can see
do
how
something
it's,
about it. You can't leave
have
it
to
there.
do something about it, but is it wine?
I
It
don't
doesn't
like
look
the
there's-
line.
I don't like the line now. They're
Trying
trying to
to
make it
push it.
curl. Oh,
Gotta get a piece of that
no.
red, and
Wonder
it's
if they
just-
were
Field goal break.
wide out of
It
hand.
must have been wide out of hand. That is an unfortunate shot. That's one you wish you had back. I've been there. I wish I had a lot of shots back.
I mean, you guard this now. Guard that one.
No, you go for the win.
Well, you still have 2 stones, so.
Yeah.
Do you go to just like a slight tap on it, on the red?
I think I'm calling a top 8 guard on this.
Oh.
As
I like the tap.
I like the tap or just straight up guard and then you tap your guard
who are we
in.
saying is shot here? Red?
Red is absolutely
red
shot.
is definitely
Oh.
shot.
It's not even close.
Okay, so yeah.
No, I like the tap.
The tap's fine, because if you tap it towards that yellow, you're golden.
Yes.
But the guard is fine too.
I believe they are serving
Sweepers.
apple pie and ice cream right
Ooh.
now.
Oh my God!
Grabbing
Give
my
me
attention.
some of that. They've been very good at accommodating my gluten-free diet, so
Not liking the line on this
I
one.
haven't
Gotta
actually been
curl
able
a
to
bit.
eat desserts
Oh,
this
there it
weekend.
goes.
Little tap.
Not what they wanted, I don't think.
Yeah, because I think you can. This leaves it
That
open
double's there.
for a
Yeah,
double.
the double's there more than
Even
it.
if you lose your yellow in the back, you don't necessarily hate it.
Unless it just jams. You don't want it to jam.
You don't want it. I don't think it jams. You'd have to hit it really thin for it to jam. I think
Well, you're going to have a little bit of drag.
a little bit, but I think you get the yellow can get the double here and really put the screws on red.
Well, let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty heavy weight on this line that he's calling. Not far off the stone from probably where he wants to hit it. You hit it on the high side as we're looking at it here.
Come on. There you go. All right, here it
All right,
comes.
A little bit of a shaky delivery, but here the stone comes down the
Weight's
sheet.
good.
They're not
Can't really
on
see
it.
the line from
I
here.
like the line.
Oh,
Nope,
no,
field goal.
Oh!
Nope,
that was
great
a-
shot.
Yep. That's
Great shot.
exactly where you want it. You
Yeah.
wish that red would have spilled out a little more, so you're sitting 1-2. But
Just gonna try
not,
to sink one.
Not a bad stone at all if you are.
Well,
When you have to be shot here with.
even if red did spill, they'd be sitting 1-3.
Oh, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
there's this one over
Yeah,
here.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because this is pre-hammer, right? So they have to sit shot here or
Red
the game's
has
over.
to hit shot here or it is
Game
good
over.
curling and shakers. You hate to be in this position. It's a really tough place to be as a skip. Really high pressure. Teams
That's why you
counting
get
on
paid the
you,
big bucks.
regardless of all the mistakes your team may have
Oh,
played
shush.
earlier in the game.
I wouldn't know what he's talking about.
Nope.
Yeah, I never make any mistakes that my skip has to bail me out on.
I've
Nope.
never missed a shot on this side of the glass, that's for sure.
Yep.
All right, they're sweeping. They're going to it. They
Looking
got it
good.
go. Got
I
it go,
think-
guys.
It's looking good.
Got it
Oh,
go.
my.
May not be
what a
it's definitely
shot.
enough.
Nicely done.
Had to do that.
Nicely done.
Gotta.
Yellow needs
Gotta
to
hit it.
try to
Gotta
kick this
hit it.
thing out here.
Is the cowbell a local thing, or is
No,
that
No, it's a curling thing.
It's a thing.
why are we cowbelling?
Good shot.
Cheering. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
The Curl Vegas club donated a lot of cowbells to our club,
Yeah.
specifically just from Martinelli. I think I have one on my bedside table that
What?
Lily will like
course
to
you do.
knock off, and then it makes
So
a
that
lot
we
of
wake
noise.
up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Just
All
in
right.
the line a bit.
This
Here we go.
could be the final
Could
stone.
be.
If he
Oh,
ever hits that red in almost any way.
Readjusting.
he's thinking too much.
Yep, he's going to overthink
Ah.
this here. We can't do
I mean,
that.
it's hard not to.
It is hard. The line looks a little tight. I don't know what weight he's throwing here.
Looks about
pretty-
looks like
Pretty
board weight.
heavy.
John,
Yeah.
John
it
chimed
needs
in
to-
in the
it needs
chat.
It's a
to
curl.
move.
Oh, oh no.
This might
Miss.
be right through.
Bonus curling.
Wow.
I really don't.
That's tough.
I don't like that weight call on
Going
that.
into an extra end here on sheet.
Well, maybe, unless they
D.
decide to throw.
I really just like the
Skips
board
rock.
weight shot on that.
So we'll see.
It looks like they are
They
opting
are going
for
to
another
extra
whole
end.
end.
And why would you
interesting.
push him down? Just
I mean, you have to push them one way or the other.
well, yeah, but make the ice crew do it later.
Wow.
Coming from an
Yeah.
ice crew.
I'm only the ice and equipment chair.
So John chimed in the chat
Yeah.
and said, cowbells can be heard through the glass. Cheers can't.
Ah, yes, that is
Ah,
true.
thank you, John.
You could do the hockey and just bang on the glass.
Which I've done plenty of times. We have a
Then
new
your
thing in
tyrannical president makes you use the Windex to clean off the glass, so you don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
we use expo markers on the glass and write
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Ugh.
But it's all like
Yeah.
dissing, right? Like we
Soft trash talk.
yeah, soft trash
Oh,
talk.
nice.
So and so starts their countdowns at 7.
D-
You know, or so and so eats her buffalo wings with ketchup.
Ew. Gross. Why would you do that?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
Or Stacy doesn't have handle.
That's
well,
not a
that's-
soft burn.
that's actually
that's
true.
just a truth.
yeah. Or like Gene voted for Taft.
Yeah.
Classic one.
Yeah, that's classic. Gene is our oldest member in our club.
Oh, okay.
He's what, 76?
I don't know.
I believe he is 76.
Is he? Not the oldest we've had. We've had up to, what was Keith when you find him? 81, 82?
Yeah.
Actively curling?
Yeah.
God bless him.
And still did the slide. Didn't
Yeah.
do stick.
Yep.
Like he's the one that taught Stacy and I.
Yep.
So he's the one I have to thank.
Or
For
blame.
what?
I don't know if that sarcasm came across or not.
It
on the
did. It did. You all right over there?
Great.
You all right, good.
What kind of ice cream you got over there?
Vanilla.
It's all vanilla.
Is it Bluebell? Is that what I see over there?
Doesn't matter. It's ice cream.
Yeah, it's
Great,
true.
go get me
I
ice
like
cream.
ice cream.
You're my lead.
Yeah. So I'm going to lead you right over to the bar and you can get your own ice cream.
All right, through the house with yellow. I'm not
that on
sure if
purpose
that was
or
the
accident?
call.
I believe that was an accident.
All right. Oh, a double center
Kinda
guard
literally.
here.
So if we blank an end here, do you go to a 10th end?
If you blank an extra end, you
You don't.
yes,
Yeah.
yes you do, but also you get judged by everyone.
You should have
And
to
maybe
take
start your own curling commentary company called the 12th End Sports Network.
a correct.
Because there's never a reason why you should blank an extra end.
Well, it'd be an accident, obviously.
Like you forgot it was the extra end. And you were like, oh, let's blank it. Oh, yeah, that was
Or
already
you
the
meant to hit
11th.
and stick, and you accidentally peeled.
I guess if it was an accident, then okay. But still, a little bit of judgment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a lot
a
of
lot
shame.
of judgment.
Oh,
A lot of shame for
a
sure.
lot of shame.
Shame.
Now the question
shame,
is,
shame.
Is that more shameful than having someone put up 8 on you?
Yes.
Ooh, no, getting hung 8 is the worst.
Yeah, I always
I
feel
haven't
like it's
had
about,
it done to me
yeah.
yet,
Thankfully, I haven't either.
but that's got to be the because it says more about the team that didn't score 8 than the team
Yeah,
that did.
agreed.
Yep.
So this
'Cause
person here is wearing a UMBC
hit
shirt.
something.
Yep.
What college is that?
University of Maryland, Baltimore City.
Baltimore City. Okay.
Yes. So Yeah, it's a relatively small school, but a couple years ago they made a big splash in the NCAA basketball tournament.
Gotcha.
They were a surprise. I think they were like the number 15 or 16 seed, and they went on a big Cinderella run for multiple rounds.
Awesome.
I did like the year that KU lost in the first round to Northern Iowa.
Yep.
That was classic.
I remember that year.
That was fantastic. Love it. More of that.
Well, and then there was the year where we all made fun of Virginia for being the first number 1 seed to lose in the first round.
Beautiful. Of the men's NCAA.
Right, yeah, in the men's.
I think the year before, the women had a number 1 seed get knocked out by a 16. If my memory serves correctly, which it probably doesn't.
Lots of guards so far in
A lot
play
of guards.
here.
It makes it
Interesting strategy.
difficult for either team
Correct.
to do anything.
Which is why I asked about the blank end theory.
So Ken just gave me a pointer from chat. He said the webcast setup isn't smart enough to know that they push the rocks to the other end. Because it's automatic, so it knows, on even ends, it should be the near house, and on odd ends, it should be the far house. But they pushed them to the other end and are coming the wrong way.
Yeah.
So he said, if I want to show the overhead view, I should change the end number to 10.
Oh.
So basically,
So we're not showing anything
So they
of.
shouldn't have pushed the stones.
no, they really shouldn't have.
Amateurs.
Yep.
Well, they did too over on A earlier.
they?
Yeah, they were playing this way, I thought, their last end. Maybe they weren't.
No, they were playing that way.
Okay.
When they had the extra end.
Okay.
And then they just had to push them back when they finished it.
Little heavy maybe here for red.
Little
Yellow
heavy.
is biting 4, yellow
Yeah.
It's
back.
about the same.
Yeah, you look at the overhead over here, and it looks like yellow.
Oh,
is
Yellow's
still
yeah.
biting.
definitely
It does.
biting.
Yellow
Yeah.
just red just outside of the 4-foot.
Give you something to have backing for, though.
You do get a little backing as yellow or red, but
Yellow, I would sit on that.
yeah, you want to sit on that face.
Of the stone.
What just happened there?
I was making an adjustment.
Oh, all right.
And
Well done,
so-
sir.
So we don't have the same camera setups for the 2 edge sheets
Yeah.
that we do. We don't have all the same cameras.
Yeah.
So for
Yellow looking good.
Oh, this looks
we have the
really nice
overhead for
stone.
each of the 2 houses, but we don't have the ones that are pointed
yeah,
straight
that's
for the
good,
guard
though.
view. So we have the point to zoom camera that just
Got
moves. So that's what's giving this view.
Yellow sitting pretty.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot there by yellow.
Red
Really
just follows it in.
just sitting right on that red. Yeah, I mean, you're red, you follow it in. It looks actually like they're coming with a little more
heavy.
heat.
Yeah, it's a little
I don't know
heavy.
if it's on purpose or not.
I don't, if they're going for the takeout, I don't really like it.
I don't know.
It
Shooter
falls
looks like he's
towards-
praying for it to do what it's supposed to
It's
do.
not as heavy as I think.
It's coming down,
It's
but
slowed
it's
down.
Yeah, it's got to move
There
a
it goes.
lot.
There
Gotta
it
move,
is.
push
there
it
it
over.
is.
There it is. That's a
It's
great
fine,
shot.
Yeah. We were worried, but that was
Oh, that's
that was
a
good.
great
That's a
shot.
beautiful shot.
That's a great shot. Yellow
Right.
probably
Now,
follow that
yep,
down. You'd
yellow
love to
just-
get into the inside of that
And
stone.
all of a sudden, it's a doubles game.
It is a doubles game here. Who's going to end up? It's like the old game on deciding who bats first in Little League, where you grab the bat.
Yep.
Yellow's in good position to grab the top of the bat. Just need a little hit and just a nudge over to the pin.
Or just
That
a
looks a
corner
little
freeze
lighter than
instead
the
of
other
a-
two.
does.
Nose
I may
freeze.
need to be on this one.
Looks
A lot
quite
of-
a bit light.
A lot of sweeping movement on
I
that
don't
one.
think they're going to get it where they want it.
You
No,
really don't
that's a
wanna-
guard.
You really don't want to plug this up as yellow.
They
That's
just
going to
did.
make the rest of their game a lot more
Now if I'm red,
challenging.
I'm coming over to block the other side.
Yep.
Yeah, you
exactly
cannot
what I
be
do.
heavy on this. If you're heavy and you tap that yellow at all, you're done. That's a really, cannot be heavy. Oh, I want to
Didn't they just play this song?
Yep.
Okay.
It's been a little bit, but yeah.
I feel like this song could play on repeat and nobody would care.
Probably not.
They're sweeping. I don't know that they need
A lot
to.
of sweeping on this one.
I don't think
Where
they
are we
need
at?
it.
Maybe for line.
Gotta be
Definitely
for line.
curling
It's
too
on
much.
the guard.
Get the roll, and you're in great shape.
No
Not much
roll.
roll.
They could probably
Don't-
tap their yellow
Yeah,
up.
that's
and
gotta be
in.
your call here. The other side of the ice, just shut down. You gotta tap this one towards the pin. You don't love it, but that's really...
Or, is he calling for a peel?
The peel's not
instead?
bad either. If we've got, how many stones we got down there left?
Looks like
This
they're
is your
going back to the
Vice's-
yellow.
This is your Vice's last stone. I don't hate the peel and the reds up top, but you got to get both of them out. Otherwise, you go for the tap to the pin with your yellow.
Calling
Yeah,
for the peel.
All
Looks
right.
like that's
Peel
their
here.
final decision.
I don't hate this, but you got to get them both out.
I've
You're-
never seen a peel call by going to the neck before. Is that a signal you're familiar with?
I don't know. I usually do top of the
Top of
head.
the
That's what
head.
Yeah.
I've usually done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Little slip out of the hack. He's
I
got
don't
enough
like that
weight,
line. I don't think that's the line they wanted.
trying to get it to curl.
Got to get both of those reds
No.
out.
Well,
He's got one of them.
one.
The shooter spills out, which is successful.
If you're ready,
Not
just put
really
it back.
helpful.
Maybe move it over a little bit.
Yep, they're just going to try it and make it a
Yeah.
better one now.
Yeah,
I think that was their chance to come at that yellow for that tap.
that probably was. If red goes in here and blocks that yellow, you're really in a bad shape.
Everybody, I have to apologize.
Don't shush
I
them.
know.
Brian Forey is no Whitney Houston.
Well,
Indeed.
who is? Okay, here comes Red Skip's first stone here.
Trying to guard up this tap.
Yep, they're not on it yet. They're waiting.
Seems a little
They're
heavy.
pushing it over. Needs some curl, and it looks like they're saying.
Here it's coming
Pretty
back.
high,
all right.
but I don't
Curled a
hate
little more
that.
than they wanted.
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Well,
It's pretty
it's-
high.
Well, this seems like a good time to remind everyone what the scores on all of our other sheets were before this one finalizes. So pull up the scores. So over on sheet A, we had Their Marigolds beating We Are Knuff 8-3. On sheet B, our feature sheet, we saw We Swept With Your Boyfriend come out with a 10-0 win over These Gays.
Yeah, these guys just did not have
Yeah.
that second game today. It was a rough game for these guys.
Yep. On sheet C, Ally Cats, and I'll actually pronounce it right this time.
Yeah.
Ally Cats defeated Team Chesapeake Rocks.
Great game there. A lot of stones in play
Yeah.
on that sheet.
Oh.
Too. It was really interesting.
Yeah. And then obviously here on sheet D, we're looking at a 4-4 tie. And yes, I know it says it is end-10. It is not. That's just to trick the
It's
trick
a
the webcast software.
It's a barn burner on D here. 4-4.
One, 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 one.
A lot of scoring.
This means it's a
Not very many
close.
ones.
fairly matched.
If you give me a second, I think I can actually show you the scoreboard in the ice shed. You can see it there. Look at that. We got 1, 1, 1. There finally Red
One.
scored one in the fourth, and then
One.
two steals in a row to tie the game at the end.
It's been a tight game here on D.
Yep.
A lot of defensive plays. I think they ended up deciding on
This,
the long
this tap?
the long run.
The long
here.
run, okay.
Ugh.
This has got some chest hair on it.
Looks like it's about to be a steal again if this holds.
Yeah.
This is risky.
It's very. I mean, if anything, you get the guard out of the way, and then you can come around and maybe sit on it. If red still has a stone. So
I think I don't like that they're playing this side of the sheet. personally.
Oh,
I
yeah?
mean, when we were on this one, it did not move as good as it did away or
I
towards the
just
wall.
don't know that you've got much room to move over there.
Let's see where they're at. They're on it, sweeping hard, hitting the
Gonna
yellow.
raise.
Oh, it's a
got
pretty
a good
one.
angle.
Got it, go, guys.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Oh,
a little
wow.
too much.
Left it too much.
Oh, gosh.
Well, try it again.
Well, be nice to their skip. He has anxiety, folks.
Yep. Wow. What a shot.
Man.
Didn't quite work out.
I
but
didn't
man.
think that was going to be there.
Oh.
I don't call that one for myself at all, ever.
The gap between those two guards
It's a little wider now.
is a little wider.
There is a port there.
Ugh.
But as red, what do you do? It
I
looks
think
like
you plugged
they're
that
just-
hole that they just opened up.
It looks
Get
like
a-
that's what they're doing.
Get a little bit more, so it's not as, angled, so we can see
Yeah.
it a little better. Obviously,
For sure, yeah.
have to give up the fact that 3/4 of the screen are the sheets that are already finished,
Yeah, yeah.
but you can see a little bit more there.
I do like your buttons. Or is it buttons just the design, or is that a?
It is the Capitol Dome.
Yeah, Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
So
You didn't?
God
No.
almighty.
I did. I saw it now that
So
it said
pretty.
it. I
America, I
remember that was there.
apologize. You
Yep.
two Toronto people.
I remember that now.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Little-
Totally knew that.
Oh, a little rub.
Oh, another rub. That fixed it.
That's-
They've got to be happy with
Dirty.
You gotta apologize for that shot. That's dirty.
That
you
is-
don't want to win on that kind of shot, but it almost seems like
that. You
want to
win any way you can.
Sometimes better be lucky than good.
That's the only way I win.
By being lucky.
Yeah.
Brian wouldn't know.
You,
I don't
at
get
this
lucky,
point, you
that's true.
have to go after that tap on that
I
side.
mean, this is hammer here. This is the only.
This
you
is
got left.
hammer.
I
You
know.
you got to go for the tap on the one that's biting the floor on the top of the floor here.
Spending
I
some
don't
time
think they
talking
are.
about
I
it.
don't know what they're looking at.
I
on
think
this
they're still
side.
coming up on the right side, and
I don't think this is the right call. I think you
Baffled
got
by
to
that.
do the like
Angles and stuff.
backline,
Oh,
backline weight.
They're
Come
gonna-
around, tap it into the red.
Oh my gosh, they're going yellow to
Oh.
red.
Yellow to red.
Or is it red
Oh,
into the
I don't.
Yellow to
line?
red is the goal. That's what they showed on
I
their
mean,
brooms tapping.
Prove me wrong.
So he's
but
going in out at the yellow?
No.
That's
That's
No
If
what-
way.
he's
That
hitting
angle
yellow
isn't there.
first.
The angle isn't there.
I'm just saying.
That's what I believe they're doing.
No way.
I am
I'm
interested
confused
to
on
see how
one.
this is going to turn out.
I go the other way. And I try to top. I try to.
I wouldn't be on this side of the sheet at all.
No, I go the other side
Well,
of
he
the sheet.
just played this side,
No,
I
you
don't
try
care.
to tap
and
your
it
yellow
went
up.
very well
I mean,
for him.
prove me wrong. I'd love for you too. He should be a great shot. They're on it hard.
No,
Oh,
calling
no.
it off.
They hate it.
Oh.
Crashing the guard.
Ah.
And that is
Good
a
game,
yellow
Good
win.
game.
Or red win, I'm sorry.
Red
Dairy
wins.
Queens
The Dairy Queens
win 5 to
take
4
that one
in the
down.
9th
What a good game.
end.
Thank you guys for
Ah.
listening. If anybody is still putting up
It's
with
11
our
o'clock
voices,
here. Go to bed.
Yep.
It is, what time is it in Kansas City?
10 after 10.
So it is 10 in Kansas City on a Friday, and if you were listening to us, I'm sorry.
Well, we'd like to thank you guys for all coming on, being our guest
Yeah.
commentators for this
You're
draw.
welcome.
We're sorry.
And we've got spots for more guest commentators for some of tomorrow's draws if you're available, if you want. So,
When does Sealand play again?
Oh, let's commentate that game.
but we'll go ahead and close it out. So that is it for today's action here at the Potomac Curling Club. We will be back on for our first draw of the morning tomorrow at 9 o'clock for draw number 6. Have a good night, everyone.
That's why when Claussen plays. Do that?
I was going to fix your tag. My God, lady.